Hello everyone and welcome. Wait, let me turn this on. Alright. Hello everyone and welcome. I am your host, Tonkatsu, and today it's just gonna be a free chat. I think like the main goal I'm gonna have for today is just gonna be like, like I have the main theme. Oh shit. Wait, did I not change the title? Yeah. Okay, there you go. Anyway, so today I'm gonna try to do my same usual schedule. There's 3 topics I'm gonna talk about. First one, food ideas. Because even though I'm unable to cook at the moment, there are some like food I want to like be starting up. Also, welcome. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do 3 topics. Food idea is the first one I'm gonna go over. Second one, I might go over the usual, what's going on with my little life. And third one, I'm gonna do like a little content talk. So that's the little 3s I'm gonna usually do every week. It's a little like mental, I like to call it like my little mental like double check on myself, as well as like getting myself into the foot. Also, at the same time, I might just double check on like my camera, not my camera, some of my like YouTube stuff, as in like the tech support, how's the audio doing, how's the usual spiel, how's everything's like going all right. Plus, I might try to do a bit of like drawing, not to like make it like something like big or small, but more towards like just making sure like I can like the drawboard is like my whiteboard. It's like, what's my plan, what's my go-to, like I'm gonna like start setting up these like random shenanigans. So there might be moments where you'll just see a whiteboard, and there's moments where you will just see it like disappear to like turn into like all scribbles, because I feel like I tend to be like a messy artist, or I'm not real. I don't know. I haven't drawn in a while, so I have like a weird free-form idea where it's like I want to make something, I don't want to make something, or I'm like very specific. It's always the troublesome things whenever like I make like creative projects, because I ended up like looking at it and I'm just like, what am I gonna do? I was just watching some high quality rips. No worries. I did remember how some of the quality, what was it called again? Not quality rips, for music at least. I have been seeing like they're still out there right now, but it is kind of tough. Like, just to give out some context, like I remember in the past about like some YouTubers, I think it was the Silver Gunner incident, where a lot of like some of the high quality rips are getting like, especially like Nintendo, are being watched on the prowl. I mean, I don't think it's happening too much, but it has been like hectic in the past. But I do like high quality rips, because especially like different music, like my favorite types of things my favorite types of like music tend to be like, I like a lot of like video game music, and sometimes I do like to hear it from like different types of consoles. I know the ones I tend to listen to is, I think it was The Legend of Reginade, where he compiles like a bunch of like Mega Man music and turns it into like the Sega Genesis. I always love those, but nowadays, like, I don't know if he has been posting up any new one, or maybe I haven't been checking, but I do understand how difficult it can be to just set up like new like rips or stuff, especially with like all the legal actions. Like, Jesus Christ, like I don't know. I'm like the guy who like listens to watch the news, and it probably might be either over exaggerated or not, which one of these days I gotta like figure out like how big is it, because when you see some like drama or news, at least for me, whenever I see those, I try to like my best to like avoid those, in the sense of like, it's like learning the actions of consequences. Like, if someone like messes up something so bad and purely, like I try to like understand why it was bad and don't do that, or at least like understand like, would I do something like that or not? Because I don't know, like I think like React channels were one of them. how much like people were trying to be setting it up, React, all that stuff. I did hear that. Oh yeah. That was one of them. Wait, I did hear that Deltarune or Undertale rips from other Silver Gunner franchise were getting taken down by Materia. I don't think they're still doing that, and it's not good. Okay. At least that's good. Because I remember at the time when Deltarune was released, chapter 3 and 4, a day later, is it Toby? Yeah, the creator released out all the musics for it, but then he took it out. And then there was some sort of discourse behind it, and I know it came back, and we'll see. Because I do like some of his musics. I haven't played the game for chapter 3 and 4. I've mostly just watched gameplays for it, because to me, whenever I see RPG games, as well as like I'm not gonna lie, I did really like Undertale the moment it first came out. I found it like a cozy game at the time. But I will say, I know because of how Deltarune is very chapter section, like chapter 1, chapter 2, 3, 4. I'm just the guy who's like, just finish up all the chapter, and then I'm just gonna play it all in one go. Because I like to have that full list. Like, that's how I watch TV. I'm like, if there's a TV show, unless it's so good, and I'm not saying his game is not good. Believe me, like, I've seen some of the chapters, they did look really good. But at the same time, I realized after like watching chapter 1, and then like the amount of time it just waits for it to come out, because I think I remember how, I mean, he's getting better in time wise, but I think like before originally it was like it took him around like, I don't know how many years it took him to finish Undertale. And then same thing for Deltarune. I think the last time chapter 2, like 1 and 2 to 3 and 4, the break might have been like 2 to 4 years. I can't really wait that long, so that's why I'm just like, I'll just watch videos from time to time of the game, and then once the full release is done, because I know myself, I'm gonna like forget about the whole thing and be like, what happened in chapter 1? I gotta play chapter 1, and eventually just like have it all come out. Or maybe that's just me being lazy and procrastinating. It's one of those two, but I tend to like enjoy watching things just like finish. I don't know. I just don't like things like taking a while to finish it off. That's just how it is. Unless it has such a big impact onto myself, like Nier. That is one of my favorites. I still gotta like when they figure out all these musics that I just want to listen to. Okay. Anyway, going back, so food ideas. So I haven't been able to get back to my kitchen because of the fact of how like there is a lot of like new setups, and I did get some pointers on how I should like start setting up next time for any of like my kitchen sort of equipment. And the biggest thing that I've been like informed is that usually like my table, at least from what I had from my original apartment, was very messy. And of course, I do try my best to like clean it up and stuff, but I feel like in a lot of like food videos I've seen, like visually, they always try to like make it look all nice and clean, and there's barely anything. Also, welcome to the chat. But when making food, I'm trying to like understand, like I'm trying to visualize it. So as a little visual art demonstration, so because like in my original apartment, it used to be like imagine this is like my shelf, like. Here are like, oh my god, like here are like my cupboards, like these are like the cabinets that are filled. I kind of wish I had like I might need to like see if I can figure out a way to like connect another computer, like a drawing tablet, and just do this, but because I'm using with my mouse. Anyway, so this is technology, we're learning. So this is like how like my setup was when I was like in my like apartment, like here, oven door, timer, like sure, like boop. So like this is how like my setup was like. Oh yeah, I haven't been in your stream since you conquered Goodsville and Paper Mart. Oh, no worries. I remember I ended up finishing Super Paper Mario from the 1,000-Year Door from a while ago. That one I ended up finishing the game. And I'm just waiting on Nintendo to brew up some new games. Because I finally got the Switch 2. And I know one of the games I already have is Mario Kart, but I want to like save that for a bit because I'm not a really huge competitive Mario Kart player. I've seen how crazy people get into it, and knowing how competitive my nature is, I'm gonna get so addicted. So I'm trying to like wait for other games to come out. I know I had like a huge list of upcomings that I've seen. Like I've had the Donkey Kong game that's coming out, the Rhythm Heaven Fever, the new one, and I think there might have been some other like Mario games that might be coming up because it's Nintendo. They always have Mario. Also, oh, congratulations! I also have a Switch too. Yeah, yeah. It was kind of tough because I was I had like, I mean, the moment where it got released for pre-orders, like that thing got sold out instantly. But I got lucky enough where it's like one of my friend's uncle, or essentially like one of my like close, I don't know how the relationship is. Essentially, it's just I know a guy who hooked me up with a pre-order for the Switch 2, and they were lucky enough to get it from like a GameStop because the moment that they get released, apparently there is still a lot of stocks of Switch 2 being still held, which I found it surprising because I've dealt with my own fares of like scalpers as well as like fast pre-orders being just done. The example being the PlayStation 5 the moment it got released. And I was surprised how like, because from what they told me, they were like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Like I think it was pretty easy. So I generally did get lucky. But I am like, I still am worried about like the pricing for each of the games because $80 for each games is kind of intimidating. Unless like if the game is so much time intense, then I'm like, you know what, that's perfectly fine with me. Like an example is I didn't play this on stream. It was Mario and Luigi Brothership. It took me a total of 50 to 60 hours to complete the game. And like complete the game as in like I did everything. Like I did the quest, I did like the try to hit the ball 100 times in a row to get like all these rare items. I did that. I've also done like I didn't max out my character's level. I could have done that, which could have added in another 10 hours, but I I I like grinding with purpose. Like there's a story and I'll go out there and I'll fight enemies. But like usually whenever I play the game, I kill every enemies on sight before I move on to the next round because that's my level of quote unquote grinding, since I can't be too under leveled, but I can't be, I mean technically I was very over leveled. Like that was my way. If it was like and I don't mean like grinding wise, but if there was like if it took me like 60 to 80 hours to beat the game, then you know what? Maybe I'm comfortable with the pricing. Because, like, I find if the price of the game is going to be so expensive, then you better have some, like, good additional content to make up for it. And I haven't tried the Mario Kart yet. All I know is, like, open world. So the moment I do play it, I don't know if I'll play it on stream or on my off time. I think that's where I might try to assess being like, is the pricing really reasonable or not that much? Because I mean, like, I value quality over quantity, but I don't know. I've been playing like, now that I'm like older and I've been playing a lot of like the Switch games. Like I love the Switch game. Don't get me wrong, I do love it, but that there are times where it's like you have to like make your own decision. Like, are you willing to pay like $100 for like the next Super Smash Bros? But the problem is like just from this, what was it? Just from like the Smash Bros 4 when it was on the Wii U and the 3DS, that game didn't have like all the characters. They like changed up a lot of things, and they even like I think they didn't have too much characters. Like they removed that some of them and even put them as DLC. Like what? Like you should have just give it to me as the base game. That's where it's like I love the game, but come on, you got some things you gotta like make it reasonable. Like I gotta get my money's worth kind of level. I mean, it wasn't too bad because at the time, like if you get the Smash Bros on the Wii U or on the on the 3DS, it was like $40, whereas like on the Wii U, it was like $50. I think 50 or 60, one of those two. And it was like, yeah, that's not bad. Like it makes sense because Wii U processing is much more stronger. There's more things, bigger stages, bigger, a nice like quality of animation. 3DS, a little bit smaller, but it's almost the same thing. Has all those like games and stuff. Like that's where I was like I really enjoyed that. But I'm just worried, like the fact that it's so expensive just makes me feel like, dude, I want to play games because of like the quality and all that stuff. Like I don't want to resort being a pirate. Like I find like I'm not against people who are pirates because I understand the reasoning behind it. To me, whenever I try to quote unquote set up being a private, it's gonna like end up being like an issue. Also, welcome. Sorry, I'm like kind of mini ranting about the Switch 2 pricing and all the new games before I go back to food, because like God, like I'm gonna have a whole mess of an issue when coming up with like my schedule. Like I just want a better package, man. I just want a better package. What I mean is like when the Switch game was released, they had the promotion of like $70 per they had $70 per game, and it was pretty expensive. But what made it good was if you buy like the online membership, you get 2 redeemable game coupons, and you buy it for $100. And that was awesome because like essentially if you buy that, you get 2 games for each of them for the price of $50. Like come on, like you know what? Like why don't you have a Switch 2 and you like made the combination like not $100, like you know what, fuck it, like $120 in total, so that each game costs $60. Like okay, like you're kind of adjusting for inflation, but still like I'll take what I can get, you know? Like I'm not begging Nintendo, being like, come on, like make this shit a little bit cheaper. I want a lot of these games, but I can't be buying 2 games for the price of $160. Come on, make it at least $120. I want to get a $40 discount, man. I want to get a $40 discount. I don't even know if these games are good. Like $80, man. This game gotta be like gold. This game's gotta be like fun. I mean, that's why the Donkey Kong I'm so excited for, because it does remind me a bit like Mario Odyssey, but like I have played some of the original Donkey Kong games on the 64. Okay, anyway, let's get back to the food drawing story, because yeah, that's enough ranting from me with Nintendo games. I love it, but at the same time, it stabs me. Anyway, so for the new setups, this is what made it easy, at least for me, like making food, is the fact that like, because this was my setup for my apartment. Like let me do this. I'll just do it like this. This is to indicate this is like not a wall, but there is like this very like corner shelves with like a dishwasher. Best character in my opinion for Mario Wood are either the Explorer Toad or Parabitty Buds. I didn't realize there was a meta character already. Cause like I've been seeing so many like random characters. They have the cow. When I saw that, I was like, damn, like where the fuck? Like these are the most obscure characters, and like I don't hate it. I find it funny. I sometimes like, I know there's like people fuming, being like, dude, like where are like, what was it? Where's like Genos, or where's like these other Nintendo characters? Like come on. Like it went from like big main staple characters, like you would see, like I haven't played the 8 on the Switch, because I know there was like Link and Villager and like the Honda Civic or some Mercedes or like BMW, like all these like IRL cars. But like goddamn, like they went from like these famous like Nintendo characters to the new Switch just having a cow, and I'm like, oh, I remember this cow. He was just out there in the backyard in like one of the Mario Kart games. I think the DS, or maybe earlier. Like that's what I find funny. But yeah, like anyway, like yeah, like this is how like my kitchen was set up. Like this black stuff here, that's like my dishwasher. I mean, it's not a good drawing, but yeah, it was like this. So I had like a stove, I had like this wardrobe. I mean, technically I could have this like much more closer, but it was a pretty like big table cabinet. And the issue that I had, and I think like I had like some some critiques, which I totally agree with it, because like when you make food and you show it up on stream, visual is key, because like people can't smell, people can't taste, so the only thing that looks the best for food channel is like this. Very similar to my kitchen as well. Yeah, like I have these coil things. Like there are so many weird kinks that I had to learn with cooking, because at my current place that I'm at, I use like a gas stove. I don't have electric because my house is pretty old, and like, or I haven't refurbished it because it costs money. And like these things, I think it's called induction or coil, and it just takes such a long time to cook food. Like when I'm using fire, like now I'm like, I think it's like a 30 seconds difference, because now like I would wait like 2 minutes to get my food fully like heated up. This one would take like 30 seconds. The gas ones I have at home. Actually, yeah, it's a huge time difference. But this was like how my home setup was like, and oh yeah, and I had like a bunch of cabinets up above here or something, and then there's like a little outlet. So what I had trouble was like my camera would be like here. Let's see. Yeah, this is where my camera would be like set up, and like my computer would be like all the way in the back here. And I had like a long extension cord where it would just like I would connect it, and this is like how I would like adjust for my camera. And this was like, it was kind of like rough, because like technically I could have like set my camera right over here, because there's like a little upper shelf. Let me see if I can draw this out. Okay, yeah, there's like a little upper shelf from here, and then like, oh my god, I gotta like think about perspective when I'm like drawing here. Yeah, yes, a wall, a window. So this was like how like my apartment setup would look like. And the biggest problem that I had was like, oh yeah, the stove is also near the dishwasher. Dude, like that I really like. Like it was so close, and it was so nice, because like every time like I cook food, when I'm done, I would immediately go to my dishwasher and put like my food in there. Because I was just like man, like I gotta finish up this stuff. Like I gotta like, I don't want to have a mess in my house. But like this was like how my setup was like, and sometimes like you guys would like see it. Let me see. This is where I would have like my portable laptop. I have 2 laptops. One's for drawing / for schoolwork, and the other one's just for like editing and like this stuff, like streaming. It does get a little bit noisy, and sometimes like I have to like readjust some of my settings, because it's a laptop. Its main function is to store items and like for editing stuff. So the processing isn't too as strong as I like to believe, but like it gets the job done. But yeah, this was how like my setup was like, and it always was like a struggle to like set up like for camera, because this extension cord right around here, I couldn't like move it over to this section right over here, because there's, even though it's long, it's not like long, it's like medium at best. Like it was long enough to get through my computer. Like that was like as grateful as I can be, since when I have to stream, I have to connect it to my PC so it gets like connected. I could have done it with my laptop, but I also have to set up like my OBS over there, which that in itself takes a while, because I've had this OBS up for like 4+ years, and there's like other settings like I did in the past that I have now forgotten. I thought about like transferring in all of like the tool and devices of the scripts that I had, but the problem is that like I don't have, there's some files that I have on this PC that I don't have on the laptop. And I know some of you might be asking, so then why don't you just like bring on all the files that you have on your PC to the laptop? The thing is, I forgot everything. I forgot which is which, so that's where I gotta like start playing around with it again. And I gotta like make a dedicated time just for that. I just gotta make a dedicated time for that. Also, welcome. Yes, tempura. Like, I do miss making tempura. I've made like croquettes. I've had like, I'm not gonna lie, I think I really like making deep fried food. The problem, well, I mean, it tastes delicious, of course. It's fatty food, but I've gotten so used to like hot oil. Like, I know I've saw the memes where like people are so afraid to put things into hot oil because it will like attack you. I've reached at a level where it's like I've been attacked by hot oil so much I've just been desensitized. Like I've had like burns on my arm. Not like big burns. Like think of it like little tiny water droplets that like kind of like killed my skin a bit. Like you would see like my skin kind of a little bit peeling. It wasn't bleeding, it just like peeled a bit. Like not a maybe I think 3rd degree burns is the worst one. Maybe like a 1st degree burn. Like it wasn't too bad. Like it would hurt at first, but you would just see like a little patch of skin where like a little hole because my skin just disintegrated. That was like, but yeah, that's how like I'm so used to like fatty oils, man. I love that shit and I'm used to it. So I'm like, if I ever like, this is like the worst case scenario of my life where it's like I can't get a job in anything, like my medical career is like over, and like well actually I don't know how my YouTube career would be. I would just have a point where I'm just like, you know what, if I can't do medicine I might as well just work at a restaurant. Like I'm not a professional, but I'm very comfortable and adaptable because like all these techniques I'm just watching, like I'm at the level where I understand like food chemistry. I love that. Like I can see the balance between it. I'm losing weight now because I'm finally able to exercise properly instead of like staying in my house studying all the time. I mean, I could have exercised outside of there, but I was so pressured to just be like, I gotta study. So I mean, I got a therapist for that who was like telling me like, you gotta like start adjusting, like thinking. Like she wasn't rude, she was more like whenever you're like overthinking, just take the time to just relax, take a deep breath, and be like, what's going on? Like don't feel pressure. Just be like, what am I doing? Not like in a harsh way. It's more like damn, I'm like playing computers for 5 hours. Why? I'm so stressed out. I'm afraid to do homework. And they're like, yeah, just think of it like that, and then think about it more. Like next time it's like, oh, now I played games for like 11 hours. Why? Huh, I don't feel too stressed out. Maybe I can start studying. Yeah, we should start studying. That's how it worked. It's not a bad thing. That's just a me thing. Like I tend to overthink things, and now like there's points where it's like I should just like don't judge myself. Like I don't. Yeah, I just don't want to judge myself at a certain point. And I think it's starting to happen now. So I'm able to make some new adjustments, a new approved woo into the house. Oh yeah, wait, let me like finish drawing a little bit of my like setup. So yeah, so this was like how my kitchen is now. Now, the main thing that I'm probably gonna have an issue with the moment, because now that I'm like back at my home, I'll draw another photo for what my current setup looks like. Like this is how it looks like my apartment place. I've had my stove, I had like a little table. It's not as big as this. Like I might have like overdrawn it a little bit, but it was something. Did I? Yeah, it was like one shelf. I accidentally drew it a little bit too big, but yeah, it was like. Yeah, it was like this. There's like cabinets over here, and yeah, like the problem was just connecting it to my PC, and I've had like a lot of topping and stuff. Hello and welcome. I'm just like drawing up my setup for my kitchen, or my apartment kitchen. So I'm trying to like figure this out. Also, thank you. I feel like one of these days I might try to actually practice art a lot more, because I mean, hiring people, there's probably people who are like within my budget range, but my god, like I am scared of like scammers and stuff, because that place feels like anywhere I feel like finding artists is like I gotta watch out a lot with scammers, because goddamn Twitch and Discord, I've been getting pack filled with art, quote unquote artists who keeps on scamming me, being like, oh, I do 100, oh, I do 500, oh, I do 50 commissions, give me some money. And I'm like, dude, I don't have that kind of money at the moment. Once I get a job, I'll think about it. And then they don't really give me a portfolio or anything like to give a follow-up. Anyway, so yeah, like that was like the setup I had for my kitchen. And not only was the camera so tough to have because of just like the extension cord is like medium-ish, but the fact it was like I had so many like spices and like like extra sauce. Like these are like how I would like set it up. Like I do have a cabinet to like hold up like all of these like items, but the problem is that like to me, I like having things just within hand's grasp. Like because whenever I make food, I go into what I like to call like my ratatouille moment, where I get into the zone. Like I have like this is where like I would cook my food, and this isn't good, but this just works for me, so you guys don't follow this. I cook my food when I'm like starving, because that's when I'm like the most creative. Like I'm essentially at a quote unquote state of hunger. I am starving myself to make some good food, and I would be like all over the place. I would just be like, oh, like I'm making pasta. Well, I have like my canned foods right over in this wardrobe. I would have like my spices right over here. Like I would have basil, oregano, my salt, my garlic, and my pepper. Or actually, no, I kind of took out salt for MSG because I have to control my salt intake. But yeah, no worries. Thank you for coming by. Always a pleasure to have you see and come along for the ride. But yeah, like I would have like myself all this set up, and then I would just like put it in. Like I would just like bring it over. Now that I'm like back to my current place, I don't really have a good table to set up all my ingredients, so I have to be very careful. I did wanted like one of those like really nice like food stand. Let me like pull it up. Let me see if I can show it on what was it? Food car stand holder, Costco. Like I've seen this in Costco. I really like these because like it's so nice. But at the same time, I can see why this becomes a problem, because like I get like a lot of stuff, so like it could end up becoming an issue. Like this is what I want to end up getting. Like I might try to like save myself up for the funds for this, but well, I gotta adjust. But I like this. I like this because like if I have this around, like this whole table that I had back from like my old apartment can now be replaced with this, because like I have a lot of spices. Like this is my belief in food. Spice is God, because if you don't like let's say for example you want to control how much salt you take, because too much salt is bad for you, but you need to have salt. Like don't get me wrong, like it's like a balance game. So the question is like I don't want to have too much salt, I don't want to eat too much salty food, and I don't want to eat too much fatty food. So how do I make my food taste delicious? I cook like chicken breasts, and I know how like dry as hell if you cook it wrong, and like how bland it is. Also, welcome. Like this is this thing like I want to have set up, where I have like my top shelf would be like a bunch of like spice ingredients, whereas the bottom around here would be like my cooking equipment. Like I would have like a stand mixer, I would have a blender, I would have like a food processor. Like I like having like these tools, because the more tools you have, the more freedom you can do. That's my idea. Of course, to the average people, and I mean it applies to me as well too, if like I'm in a rush, you guys are in a rush, you guys can't like make food, like you don't have like 2 hours to make a food, an hour or plus. Even if you're like the most fast cook of all time, I feel like it'll still take like 30 to 40 minutes to like, you know, use a stand mixer or a blender or all that stuff. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. It makes sense, because these big tools require some time, and you gotta clean them too. So I know the main staple, and this is why I've been cooking most of the time at my apartment, was essentially a fry pan. Actually, wait, let me find like stock images. You know what? This is kind of fun. I kind of want to do this actually. So let me get like a wok, a wok image, a wok. So wait. Let me see. A wok fry pan. Like I don't have like a wok, but I have something like oh, okay. I think it was, yeah, I think I have this. Actually, wait. Actually, yeah, this one might be a better representation. Okay, wait. Let me paste it just around here. So paste. Yes. So I have like this thing where it's like a mix between a wok and a fry pan. So it's not as big, like, because an actual wok is super big, and you need to have it like all like fried up and everything. Like you gotta like clean it up, you gotta put rice, you gotta put oil, all that random shenanigans. At least the proper technique. I mean, of course, I can just be like crazy and just be like, oh, whatever, like, fuck it, like, I just throw shit all over it and like make the best effort out of it. But this is what I had. Like, I had a walk. Oh wait, I gotta, I gotta take out this food stand actually. God damn. Wait. Oh yeah, I gotta take this out. So yeah, like I had this walk. That was like my main thing I would always use. Like I would always have like a squeeze bottle of olive oil because it's so nice. It is so nice and fast. I mean, the only issue is just like you gotta put all this gallon of olive oil into the bottle, but it wasn't too bad. And you got like this. This was like my setup. I would have a fry pan, and I would. You want to know where my fridge was? Actually, wait. Let me pull up an image of my fridge. Like it is like one of the most basic fridge. Oh yeah. I found the fridge. I found the most basic fridge of all time. Also, why is? Oh wow, this is a new thing. Oh, I can do a 3D movement of this fridge. Okay, well, anyway. Enough of that. So let me see. So my fridge was like, and this is so nice. It was right here, like behind me. This is where my fridge would be. And I would just turn my back and just like pull it off. And it was so nice. Like everything was so close to me. I didn't have a problem with it where I had to like be like, oh my god, like all my foods, it's all over the plate, or I have to walk a decent amount. No, it's like it was all like one step. And I felt so happy. Like this is like my ratatouille moment. Like I can just be like, oh, my spice rack, like fry pan, get my spice rack. Oh, I need some garlic. I go to my fridge, pull it out, and put it in, and I'm like, oh, it was like my piano, my maestro, all that. But now that like that's gone. Like I would say like it, because I had so much freedom. My cabinet or my table did kind of look dirty. This one was probably where it was dirty because, you know, when you're cooking food with hot oil and stuff, oil likes to splatter out. Is because of like the moisture, like water. If I had like I think some of the food I would cook was so packed with water, like shrimp to like I think shrimp, vegetables, and sometimes like even when I'm like making stews, like it would start popping out, and it ended up like making the place dirty. And I do clean often. It's just like it's tough, like because when you're cooking at the time, like the visual starts to like go down a bit. I did had a lid, and I did try to like put it over, but I didn't have like this clear lid. I had like those covered lids, and I really wanted like to see and also show how my food was looking. I mean, there is the factor of how like the steam would probably cover it up, but I mean that's another thing. But that was like that was like the moment. Like I just like really enjoyed it. I was like, this is like my beauty. This is like my life. I love this. But now like my current like living places. Let me see how I can draw it. Okay. I want to keep this like as a comparison. So let me try doing this. I'm gonna like have this be all gone. Let me turn this off. Sure. Okay. So now my current living establishment is let's see. So this is like up to the wall where I have myself here. So these are like my upward cabins. I gotta like figure out how to like draw this properly. It's a little bit weird looking because it's like some of them is like above and some of them is just like covered because of the fact of how like there's like actual stuff above it. So I think this is like the microwave, beep 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 beep, and then these are like the cabinets and stuff. And then these are like the air vents a little bit. And then these are like the stove. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then this is like the sink holder. I'll just draw it like this. And then this is the sink. This is like my little my fountain and my little like filtered water. And then this over here is like a more table, but it's like there's like some dishwashing over here. There's like a table. There's like more cabinets, and then there's like a coffee machine. There's like some other devices, and then there's some like piles of like towels or something. Not towels, but like they're like plastic wrappings and all that stuff. And then here, there we go. So like, and then my fridge is like right around here, but it's like a while back. It is a bigger fridge, but because like I live with like other relatives, there's more stuff compact into it, so it's like a problem for like, at least for me, like when I try to store food, because I like to do marinades and I like having a clean I like to have a clean and roomy fridge, because my fridge produces ice. Oh yeah, that's the thing I miss. Like my apartment fridge did not make ice. Like I have to like freeze it physically. Like I have to get an ice packet and like fill it up with water and freeze it there. Here there's like an ice machine. The problem is this though, is that like inside like my fridge there's a shit ton of like stinky and pickled food. And what makes it a problem, and why is that a problem, is when you have ice, right? I don't know if people know this, is that so in ice machines in your fridge, you gotta like double check on it. But if you have like a lot of like stinky food, the stinkiness of the food can go and seep into the ice and be frozen with it. So when you like taste your ice, you can taste like, I don't know, like fucking fish ice, or like kimchi, or like even like pickled, I think like umeboshi or all that stuff, or even like some other things. And it's a tough thing. Like I know there are fridge out there that have it separated, but like this is like what I've seen. Also, hello, welcome. But yeah, like that's the problem. And of course, like you have to like, I did clean the ice machine. I did have help from my other relatives to like clean it and filter and fix it up. But you know, it's gonna come back. Like that's the problem with stinky food. You gotta like make sure like you have it like not like affect your ice. Like that's why like I like to have like a very roomy fridge, because if it's stinky, at least I can put it into the corner and like have it like covered or something. But because there's so much like food inside the fridge, and when I mean by food, I mean like a lot of pickled food. I don't like pickled food too much, because I prefer to have some stuff. How many watch hours on YouTube do you have? I think I have like 600. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, I just did return back to streaming, and I haven't streamed a while for like, especially like the first, I think the first 3 months of like, no, not first 3 months. I think after that, after the first 3 months, yeah, I didn't have like 3 months of those like streamed because I was busy. But anyway, so yeah, like I've had like my fridge, like it's just so compact with a bunch of like pickled food that it sometimes like frustrates me, because it's like I try to avoid too much salty food, because like one, I want to try being healthier, and two, like salt food is, yeah, it can be okay from time to time, but like you don't want to have too much. I think for humans, you don't need to have like a ton of salt. You just need some salt, like a little bit within a day. But yeah, like that's like the main goal, like is to end up having myself like a fridge where it's like I don't have too much stuff inside of it, or at least like I want a variety. Like my idea is I like to have like a food shelf where it's like I got my veggies, my produce, like, you know what, screw it, let me just draw this shit out. Okay, so what I want in a, here, let me have like a open fridge image. Damn it, they don't have an open fridge. You know what, screw it, I'll just draw it out. Okay, so what I wanted in my fridge, right, is something like this. So here, because this is like my big fridge, I'm like very lucky. I'm just gonna do the top shelf, and then I'll do the bottom one. The top is all cooling stuff, where the bottom is all like frozen. So these are like the food stands, like how they have it like here. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, let's do it like this, and the cover holder. So of course, like, oh yeah, and this little box here. Okay, so what I like to do, like my main goal for a fridge, right? Everybody has different goals, but this is my goal. I want to have, like, you guys remember the the food pyramid? I mean, that shit is inaccurate, but I use that as a main staple to like help me like hold up my stuff. But the amount varies. But here's like my food pyramid. I think it was like let me pull up the food pyramid. The food pie chart. Okay, I think it was like, what was it again? So I needed I just need the most simple one. I just need the image one that they oh yeah, I found it. This is what you would see in like in like the school textbook. I got that shit like ingrained into my face. Oh, come on. What do you mean I can't like put this in? Paste. Cannot download. Oh my god. Okay, fine. We'll be a little bit creative. Of course, all these images I found are on Google, but I'm using this as like a learning education for people, because there are people out there who want to learn about food. I'm not like a pro healthy expert because I believe in moderation and exercise, because there are proven statements, like I've had moments where I ate a lot of fatty foods, but I was able to like lose weight because exercise is key. It's a sense of balance. Like that's how like food is. Like you gotta know how to balance yourself. You don't want to end up being like, oh, I have one day where I just overeat a shit ton of bread. I mean, you could do that and exercise it if the main goal is like to lose weight, but I find it, to me, like healthy wise, as in like if you only eat like fucking, I don't know, like donuts, at least to me, if you eat donuts like every day for the past like 2 weeks, I wouldn't like that, because I would feel sick because I just eat a shit ton of oil. Like, I would feel so dizzy. That's how my body works. Like, my body tells me, like, I can't eat anything all in one go of the same thing over and over. Now, that could sound of me being picky, you know? But, like, imagine you only eat, like, carrots every day, and only carrots. Like, I think that's a health problem. There was a study of someone who ate so much carrots to the point where their body was unable to digest it or release it, and they started having like yellowish skin. Now be it, they ate a ton of carrots, and when I'm saying a ton, they ate actually a shit ton of carrots. I think there's a video about it, because like the carrot is good for you, but too much of it is like, okay, that's a little bit too much. It's like life, you know? You can't like walk like 10 hours. I mean, I'm not a good expert on this, because I'm weird. I had one day where I was like, I want to work out. I just want to walk, and I walk for like 6 hours like consistently. And I know that's not healthy. That is not healthy. Like I was running in a track and field for like 4 to 6 hours again and again and again. And I think like my skin was like a little bit peeling, but like I was just bored. I was so bored. But I don't do this every day. I did it like in one time. But anyway, so this is like my little demonstration. Like I got the bread, the vegetable, the milk, the fatty stuff, and the proteins. So my idea is that I like to have a variety of things. So over here in my cabinet, I do want to have a lot more vegetables, because I know for younger generations, vegetables not good. And I completely understand with you. I hated vegetables when I was a kid. There were certain vegetables I liked from time to time, but most of them I did not like. As I've gotten older, this is why I love vegetables, is because there are different ways to cook it. 6 hours you got. Like, I was bored. That's how bored I was. Like, I just walk in the track and field for 6 hours, because that's how bored I was. Like, that's how my mind is. Like, I can do something in, like, one go without stop. But, like, it depends how my mood is. Like, I had moments where I would, like, be in my kitchen for like 6 hours just cutting chicken, like prepping up chicken, because I was bored. I've done that, and my hands were like it was so sore. I don't recommend doing those. Like, I am not like, that's how like even my studying habit is like that. It's like if I have an exam in like the next day, I would study in like 8 hours straight, and it's not good. But that's admirable, to be honest. It kind of is. It's like it can be admirable, but at the same time, it's not something you should have. Like, it is very weird. Like, if I'm like pressured so much, I reach to a point where I'm just like so high intensity focused, or like I'm just like so exhausted, I want to do something else, I would like force myself, but it would just be like a one-time thing. Like I can repeat it, but I have to be genuinely like focused into it. I think my current mood right now has been like it's been getting better, like where I'm trying to understand balance is key. Like this is why I harp up so much about balance, because I suffer from like high tunnel vision. I think that's my syndrome, high tunnel vision syndrome. But like I had my parents who, when they heard I did that, they were like, "Why are you doing that? You gotta like balance. You gotta do something else. That's bad for you." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to walk. I just wanted to walk for like 6 hours. I was that bored, and it was like scorching hot heat. So I think I ended up getting a bit of sunburn on my neck. But yeah. So going back to like cooking, right? Like this is like how I would want it. Like vegetables, like in my cabinet, I try to go for like 4 to 6 different types of veggies. Now what I try to do is like I try to get like, let me like type it up. Like my main ingredients I always try to have is like, I like to go for these ingredients. Like I go for like onions, or actually let me write it out. Let me write it out, and I'll let you guys guess. What do you think is my 6 types of vegetables I would bring with me? I mean, I already told one of them, which is onions. So you guys can like try putting in the chat. What do you guys think? So I have this, some. And I know there's one that's a weird one, so bonus points if you get that one. Okay. Do I used to? No, I wouldn't bring that anymore. I guess. What was it? So I have this. Let me see. Okay. And then, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then, what was that last one? I've been dying to get this. And then, like, okay, I'm almost done. Let me put this in. Okay, there we go. Okay, now then, here are my list. Also, welcome. I just had a breakup. Can you guys help me cope? Jesus. Well, this is what I say whenever I'm in a breakup. So before I release the food, I'm just giving you guys some time to come up with your list. So, to deal with a breakup, this is how I would deal with it. I mean, I haven't been in a full-on relationship, but I have dealt with like losses, kind of similar things. Is this? I try to think, what do I like this person after this breakup? Like, what do I like about them? What can I do to what did I do that I believe was my fault that I can improve or fix? Something that I can fix. And third thing is understanding what is there out there. Oh shit, you just reminded me of something actually. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. Like, that's how I believe. Like, because, like, when dealing with, like, a breakup... Also, thank you for the... You just remind me of something. But, yeah, when dealing with a breakup, I always do those 3 things. Is, what did I did wrong? Or why is... Like, I understand. Like, why am I feeling this way? Like, why am I so sad with this breakup? What did... Like, and it goes to, what did you like about them? Like, why am I sad? Oh, I broke up with this girl who I liked. Well, what did you like about her? Well, she was like kind, funny, so much. I felt like she was the only one who understand me. Okay, so, what do you think? Why did she break up with you? What do you believe she break up with you? Well, maybe I was like, I don't know, like I was insecure about myself, so I felt like I was a bit too close. Okay, do you think you can fix it or resolve it? Do you think you're able to change something and you're comfortable with changing that? Yeah, I don't mind like giving her more personal space or something. And I wish, like, if I become better, we can come back. Well, that's the thing. Like, you can't come back. You gotta learn and improve from it and find another person. Because just because when you break up with someone, it's not only your fault, but it's also is connected with it. Because a relationship is two parties, not one. You just gotta figure it out. But yeah, love you guys. I sub. No worries. I mean, that's how I think. I know you're being a struggle for there, but yeah, just remember to self-love. Self-love is always important. Know what you believe you did better. Know what you believe you could improve, and there's always more people out in the sea. And I'm saying this too because, like, I haven't gone into a date I have not been in an official relationship. I have gone on dates, but, like, relationship is a tough ball game, at least for me. It's like I'm playing chess, and it does hurt my head. I haven't found anybody good, because there's just some personalities just don't work well with me. Anyway, thank you. Okay, now then, here are my list. And thank you. You guys did mention something that I forgot about. So these are what I tend to have. I have myself onions, or actually, let me see if I can, like, there's more to it. Let me see if I can, like, organize this thing up. Jesus. So tomatoes. And let me do one more. There we go. So these are my veggies list that I always carry with myself. I carry, and I'll explain it why. Onions are so great when you caramelize it as a sweetener, or when you try to eat it fresh, because if you cut up onions thinly and put it under cold water, they make for really good, like, a fresh, like, salad. Or onions, for another way, is I also put it in for soups, because I think it's called the mire de pois, which is like, it's like a French term, but there's 3 mix, which requires onions, carrots, and celery. But celery is a mixture. Celery is like it depends on the mood. But yeah, onions are very great because they're so versatile on what you can use for it. From soups to salads to even fry pans and toppings, they work pretty well, and they are very sweet when you cook it well. And I understand, if you don't like the taste of, like, raw onions, believe me, I hated that because it is so strong and pungent. But if you, like, run it over water, it's so nice. Also, playtime is over. Welcome. I gotta play that game. I gotta finish Resident Evil 4, then 1 and 3, and then 5 and 6, because I want to see all these quotes. I feel like he has a lot of fun quotes to see. But yeah, welcome to the stream. I'm just talking about, like, my vegetable list. What's my to-go? Carrots. Same thing. Carrots is, to me, I like eating carrots raw because they're very quick, and I try my best not to eat it. Plus, they're very cheap. Like, carrots are so cheap when you go to Costco. You get, like, a 2-pound for, like, $3. Like, dude, that's good. And it's like, oh wait. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. But carrots are really nice because they're very sweet. They're very good for fiber, and you can also, like, anytime you cook with it, it's always gonna be sweet. You know who I am? I feel like that was Lee. I want to say it's Leon. Playtime is over, because I've heard him say that quote, but unless the character Albert Wesker also said it too. That's what I think. That's what I'm worried about. The more, like, there's so many quotes, it starts like meshing in my head. I feel like that's either something Leon would say or maybe Ada. But I feel like more Leon would likely say that. But yeah, so that's what I would have for carrots. Carrots is really good for, like, salads, because once you peel off the skin, you cut it thinly, you can use it as, like, matchstick carrots. I'll be frank though, it is a bit tough because cutting carrots is very tough, and you can accidentally cut yourself. So that's like you gotta be kind of careful. But it helps you improve your knife skills. You're being careful, but it also, like, teaches you, like, how to, like, cut nice and properly. So that's what's good about carrots. And if you do it for soups, like, it makes the soup much more sweet. Like, I use carrots as, like, my natural sweetener, because if I add in sugar, you gotta control it. But I think how it works is in food pyramid stuff, if you use simple sugar, like what you see in candy bars or the sugar you see they sell in markets, those are simple sugars where it's easy for your body to absorb it and use it. That's why it's called simple. Simple meaning not easy, but simple is just basic. The glucose, if you want to go into more science. Now, complex sugars are the things that take your body more time to digest. It's like complex, as in it's complex. There's bigger things like to make a complex sugar, you need two simple sugars or more, and you combine them together to make a complex. Now, why is complex sugar so important? Well, just as the name sounds, the complex sugar is so complex for your stomach to break it down. Get it? Simple sugar, easy to break down. Complex, more tough. That's why it's really good. People recommend having complex sugar diets because it forces your body to break it down and it doesn't turn into fat so easily. I said it first when I was beating Chris's ass. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Dude. I'm gonna like record all the stuff from like Resident Evil. That's gonna be tough. There's gonna be so many quotes and I'm just gonna have it all meshed up into my head. But yeah, so that's why complex sugar, or people in food industry or dietitian always say like it's so good to have complex sugar like brown rice or what was it? There is like brown rice, like veggies, or even like I'm trying to remember some other things. I don't know if sweet potato has complex sugars. I think it might have, but it might be simple. But usually that's why people recommend complex sugars. Carrots is naturally sweet, and I use that as a sweetener. Think about it. Why do people have like carrot cakes? Why do people have like carrot, like there's carrot cakes, there's carrot like what else was there? There's like carrot desserts. They caramelize carrots, they put in sugar on top of carrots. That's like a double sugar whammy. That's carrots. I use it because I eat it either as a salad, or I use it because I like to caramelize things. Anything easy to fry pan. That's what I tend to do. Variety grass. These are like salad mixtures. Like you got arugula, spring mix, or even like what else was there? You get yourself like a variety of like different types of veggies. Those are like very helpful because I'm trying to be much more veggie based diets. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm becoming vegan. Oh, hell no, I love meat. The problem is that when you have too much like bread or stuff, or too much like simple sugar, it just like it fills me up not as fast as I want it to be. Think about like when you go to McDonald's, you eat yourself one burger. To me, when I eat one burger and I eat it fast, I still feel hungry. I'm like, my God, I want more food. So I eat more burgers and I keep eating it more and more until like after my 5th burger, I'm like, fuck, I'm full. But I just ate like a ton of calories or something. This is why I have like veggies. I have veggies because I like to eat a lot and I eat fast. So I don't have the notion of like feeling full until like after I eat a ton of food. And that's where salads and veggies comes into play, because vegetables are mostly made out of water, and it depends what type. But the ones I have selected tends to be either helps me poop more or is filled to the brim with so much water. And I eat a lot of those, and it helps me feel full. And then when I go to sleep or when I exercise, I'm like, oh shoot, like I'm about to get hungry, but because I'm so sleepy, I go pass out. But I'm full at that time. I'm trying to trick my body to feel full. And yeah, like I do this often because, you know, like, and I like the veggies. Like I try to make sure I have like my salad with some variety of spices and stuff. I remember I watched a video, I think it was like Ethan Chbosky or something, where his main keywords is, if you make salad, don't have water, because water makes it hard for your vegetable sauce to stick to it. Like think about why people, when you go to restaurants, they have salad dressings, you know? Do you taste water in it? Is your salad wet? Not from the sauce, but from the water. If it's not, that's why. Because with water, it prevents like these like sauces to stick. Because sauces is made out of like oil. Think about it. Vinaigrette with olive oil. Your sometimes even they put in like dairy stuff like yogurt or like or ranch dressing. All that shenanigans onto that salad. But when you have water, it makes, you can kind of tell it gets separated. You're like, oh, like I have soggy salad, it's like wet. I don't taste this. I don't taste the sauce. That's why water is the enemy of like salads. Unless you're like, you know, you gotta wash it. Like you still gotta wash your salad, and some vegetables like they rehydrate when you put water. But anyway, that's what I do. Next thing, tomatoes. I like tomatoes, like, oh my god, if you've seen some of my videos where I make pasta, I love tomatoes because like the more you cook it, like it's so watery. I hated eating raw tomatoes unless it's cherry tomatoes because it's more flavor. But yeah, are you live? Yes, I am. I am live. I am both live and on Twitch. I am both on YouTube and Twitch. But yes, this is me. Does it sound like I'm pre-recorded? I do have the tendency to have people who I do have the tendency where when I'm on like interviews and stuff, people think that I am like pre-recorded or I'm reading a script. I am not reading a script. I am just speaking out of my heart. Like this is how I feel. Well, okay, maybe the script is on the paper. Like this is what you see here. But yes, I am live. Welcome. So yeah, like I have tomatoes because it's like it's so easy to like tomatoes is mostly made out of water, but when you cook it down, the flavor turns into like an umami burst. Like you have yourself like think about why the Italians love pasta with tomato. Like I think like even tomato came from the US cuz like before or North America, there we go. Before US was invented, like all that. Like tomato is I think native to North America or South America, one of those regions. Yes, I am a professional yapper. You'll sue me a lot more. I mean that's good because I'm a Twitch streamer or a YouTube streamer. I love to yap. I love to talk. But yeah. But anyway, like we'll see. The tomatoes, right? Like when you cook it down and you remove out all the water, it makes such a really nice caramelize. You see there's like food chefs who's like when you get yourself raw steak or when you get yourself like your pan, they give you tomato paste. Tomato paste is like extremely pure tomato. You cook that up to get it caramelized, and then you put in like meats and stuff. Like you put in your beef, you put in like your veggies, your fish or something. That I see tomato paste as like a seasoning, but it's so good. But yeah, like that's how I would see it. Like tomato paste. This is like how I would see like the food wise can be like it's like sauces and stuff. Like I go with so much pure flavor. Like if I don't see fat as the only thing for flavor. You gotta have like other stuff. You gotta make stuff to make it flavorful. You just gotta know. It's like being creative. That's why I carry tomatoes. It's so good. Now then, this is like I like to call it the wild card or my fun veggies like ginger, celery, radish. It depends on what I'm making. If I want to make more Asian food, I go for radish or ginger because ginger is good for like seasoning. Like I see so much marinades with ginger. Just eating raw ginger, that sucks. But like you cook it, you season it. Like these are like the weird veggies I sometimes bring in. Like I sometimes bring in bamboo shoots. I think I did a stream with me cooking bamboo shoots, which I like the taste, but then at a certain time, I'm like, okay, this is just like I don't know what good dish to make it yet, but it's something out there. Celery, like, if I want to make more Italian or Americanized food, I would use, or French food, I would get a celery, because onions, carrots, celery together makes so nice. Sometimes a salad. I have a feeling like if you keep going, you'll be a big influencer. Why, thank you. I'm a little bit slow in the sense of like, I love to talk, but the editing wise, I suck. But I'll be frank. When I'm out in IRL, it's so weird. I can make myself like a comedy, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't really see a lot of people that vibe well with me in IRL. Albeit though, to be fair, the field I'm at is like a shit ton of nerds or a shit ton of popular people. And what I mean by this, like, I'm studying in the medical industry. I've thought about this. Like, I actually genuinely thought about, like, I struggle making friends because, like, you see how I'm talking like this? Not a lot of people are able to vibe with me. And it is so weird. I've had, like, and, like, I deal with people who are, like, the Valley Girls, like, oh my gosh, like, I love this, to, like, people who are, like, dude, I just gotta study, like, how are you not up to date with this, like, work, like, A's and stuff, like, it's crazy, or maybe, like, I've had, like, sports people, too, who are like, oh, I love the football, I love baseball, like, do you guys know what's going on with, like, this team before or something, like, I'm not too well known with sports, too, it's very weird, but yes, I do appreciate the kind words. I really do. It's weird. It is weird, like how I talk and how other people's talk. I just like to learn about a lot of things. I like to vibe with people, but not a lot of people like to vibe with me. So yeah, you'll see more of this of me just having some fun and shits and giggles. Anyway, so yeah, radishes. Now you guys might be thinking like there's two types of radish which I've seen before. There's like the Mexican radish, which those are good with tacos, and there's like the Asian radish where you use that for like soups and stuff. Like the Kung Fu Panda, that soup, they use radish, and it's really good for soups. But it's like it depends on my mood. Like if I want to make a soupy dish, like I want to make like even basic, like sometimes I make something complex like udon broth, to like maybe something simple, just like I just want soup, like any random soup, like some sort of meat with water and some veggies cooked in like a hot pot kind of style, and just like slow simmer, drink the soup. There you go. Put in rice, or grab myself rice, or put in vegetables, or put in like I don't know, noodles. That's where you get the versatility for it. So that's why I like to call it my fun veggies, like whatever I'm in the mood for. Now, next thing is soup base best friends fried veggies. Now, that sounds a little bit complicated, but in reality, just think of it like this. The most things people like to use or have in their kitchen is a stove and a frying pan. I mean, if you don't have those, then oh shit, I don't know how to cook. but essentially, yeah, like you have yourself these easy stir-fry food that anybody can do. Where you have yourself a fry pan, you get your oil, heat it up, and you put in, I don't know, like garlics, aromatics. Aromatics are like nice smells. I'm not saying you guys are dumb. I'm just saying this just for anybody who wants to know, because believe me, in the food, when you go straight into food, people like to say so many different terms, and sometimes even for me, I'm like overwhelmed being, what are all this? I don't understand what this is. The fuck is an aromatic? The fuck is like mirepoix? What the fuck is like the what else was there? I remember. I'm trying to remember. Like even basic, like marinating. Like these are all new terminologies. Like to people who are not used to cooking or knowing how to cook. But yeah, like. But aromatics, or any food that has a lot of like nice smell, like spices. Spices can be spices are aromatics. Garlic is an aromatic too. So I would get myself like a vegetable. Bok choy is an example where bok choy is so good at sucking up any flavor, especially soup. And what I do is I fry pan myself like bok choy, get it nice and crispy or nice and caramelized. Caramelized meaning you see the changing color, like the sugar is burning, but you see like your bok choy turning maybe brownish, maybe either brown, black. Oh, okay, well, we don't want it like too black because that's just tar, but like brown or like some sort of like scoring. You wanted a nice little like color to it, from green to a different color. Not like the expired one, like actually like a change of color that you can tell, oh, it's being cooked. What does happen? This is where the soup comes into play, and I believe so many people should try to do this, is you put in bits and bits, not too much, because you're making a soup. You don't want to make a soup. Bits of soup stock. An example is there's like this thing called chicken stock powder. Stock is like essentially like a flavor wise of water placed in with veggies inside that's been cooked a long time, and this all that flavor, the nutrients from the veggies and the chicken is all in the water. Now there's the water version and there's the powder version or the dried version. I am too lazy. Like sometimes, like if I have the time and I like make food, I make handmade stock, which is easy. It's just put chicken, like chicken bones, like go to Costco, get the rotisserie chicken. Take all the chicken meat you can eat. You can eat, not the bones. I mean, there are people who can eat the bones, but like don't eat the bones if it's tough on your teeth, because I've done that and that kind of hurts my teeth. Just take as much meat as you can that you can eat with no issue, and all the leftovers you put in a pot with water, some veggies like the mirepoix, onions, carrots, and celery. You don't even have to like peel that shit. Just put it in, put some like bay leaves or like spices inside of it, and you boil it for like if you boil it quick, that's like broth. That's stock. But if you boil it for a long time, like 4 to 6 hours, that's broth. Now, I like to use broth because it has more flavor, whereas stock is more gentle. It's like clear. You would see that at like some ramen restaurants where they have the see-through soup. I think that's stock. Whereas the broth, it's like you can't see it. Like the tonkatsu ramen, where it's all like cloudy, that's broth. I like broth more because it's more flavor and more rich, but it is heavy. Whereas stock is more light and gentle flavor. Gentle meaning it's light. Like you don't taste it too much, but you can taste it just barely. Now, I like broth because flavor is king. That's my idea. And I put bits of soup, stock, a broth into my fry pan with the bok choy. Now, little bit because you want the broth to like finally evaporate. You don't want to make a soup. You want to make a fried dish. And that's what I did. Like, I put it gently bit by bit, and that's where I make it. Are you a Sabucha? Where are you from, by the way? I won't say too much, but I am in the US, and I am Asian. That's all I'll say. I don't... I actually don't know what Sabucha is, actually. Let me look that up. Sabucha. Sambucha? Sambucha? What national? I gotta. Okay, but yeah, that's what I am. Yeah, I am Asian. That's all I'll say. I am Asian. I want you. Maybe I'll say more of my race later, but that's like later down in the line. But yeah, I am Asian and I'm from the US. So yeah, like that's how I make it. That's how I make it. Like it's so nice. Like it's so flavorful because when you have, oh yeah, it's sambuca. Okay. I don't know why. I saw it as like a YouTuber, but no, I don't. No, I'm not that. If I don't know what that is, I probably am not that. But yeah, like that's what I have for soup base. It's so good. If you have a vegetable that's able to suck in soup, it's so good. Your local time, PST. That's where I am. That's what I use. My indicator is PST. I mean, you probably got yourself like a location from there to... I'm not going to dox myself too much, but I know I always go by PST and there. But yeah. So like, yeah, like that's where like I would have it. Like it's so good. Because like when you have vegetable that's able to like suck up so much like soup, you can taste both the veggies, but it's like your own little like soup explosive. It's so delicious. And that's where I try to find vegetables that are based like that. Like it can be bok choy. I think there was spinach. I tried it before. Spinach is a little bit tough because it's like it's very like flaky. It's very like thin. I think what else was there? Like I find like I go to like a random Asian market and see whatever type of veggies they have. Oh, squashes. Squashes are a good example. Those are like really good at sucking up like juices. That's where I would go. So these are like my 6 types of vegetables I would always have. I always have those in my shelves because you can probably tell my main focus is flavor. I want something that's able to suck up as much flavor because if I don't have too much salt, since you know people would say salt everything if you want the flavor to enhance, I can't do that because too much salty food is bad for me. And I'm not gonna lie, my taste buds, if I drink too much salt, I think yesterday I had too much salt for the 4th of July party at my relative's place. I get very thirsty. I get very, very thirsty. And it's not bad, like the food is great. It's just I can't have too much salt. It's just too much for me. That's why I try to find alternatives, being spices and veggies that have their own personal quote-unquote umami. How are you so good at speaking? Like, what is your favorite, by the way? Oh, wait, WTS. I keep forgetting what WTS is text meaning. Typically means what to say. No. Okay. Let me see. And what's your favorite, by the way? So, if you guys are... Okay, for me, in terms of speaking, I love talking. That's just something naturally that happens to me. Like, I love talking, but... for me to be able to... There's a difference between loving talking and being good at talking. And how I learned to talk a lot better, other than, you know, I can give you the obvious answer of just practice, but I don't think that's the answer you guys want. I learned to talk much more because I ended up trying to learn how to practice to talk. An example is when I first started streaming, I think I have like some very old clips. Like if you ever watch like some of my very old streams, I used to not be good at talking. I used to be all over the place. But as I've gotten older, what I've learned is when you want to talk more, you have to think to yourself, what exactly do I want to talk about and how to go out from it? I hate the umami flavor. I still don't understand why people like it. I think it just depends because like to me what I just call umami flavor as just like just like a spice enhancer. That's how I view it. Like I like the zing to it. Like it's so hard to describe it. I just call it umami. And I know like people describe umami like you see like tomatoes, you see some other stuff, and that's not a bad thing to have. Like everybody has their own personal flavor profile. Like I'm more towards umami and sweet. That's what I like because I like my food either very sweet or very savory, and I think I tend to associate savory food with umami. But that's not everyone can have that. Everyone can be different. I know I have friends who love more towards spicy and sour or lemony, yeah, sour, and that's like it's a very common. Like I've tried it before and I like that too. So it's not a like it's very tough, you know. Think about it like it's the same way how people are like, you know, like every if it's like YouTube. There's so many different videos. Like you can have like the most strangest YouTube video. To me, I find it strange of watching what was it called again? NPC streamers. I find that weird. But I don't try to like I can understand why I try to understand why people like it, but I still don't. I find it kind of cringe or kind of weird where they're like, ooh, 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 another lick, ooh, another lick. Like, I don't know. It's so, it's, but I mean, like, as there is many people in the world, there is also many people who like different interests. So that's how it's like for mommy. It's like that. I don't have control over it. I just like umami because it's like it gives me that little shudder. But yeah. I love bland food. I like the original blandish flavor of the ingredient. That is actually no, I wouldn't call that bland actually, because like I feel like that's more. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like that's like more fresh. For example, like when you say original blandish flavor of the ingredients, like the original, it to me it sounds like the original food, how it tastes like. For example, like if you eat a salad, right, with no dressing, like you just eat yourself like your veggies, like the cut up bell peppers with like diced up tomatoes with like some like a spring mix. Like that's like the food by itself, and you eat that. I wouldn't call that bland. I call that very freshness. Yeah, just no added flavor. See, that's what I'm saying because it's not bland. Like, don't get me wrong. I can understand like bland food. What I would see it would be like oatmeal. Like you just eat oatmeal. Oatmeal to me doesn't have too much of a flavor complex, but at the same time I can understand why people would like just eating it by itself, because you want to taste how it is naturally, and I associate natural with freshness. But then again, I mean there's some arguments too, like if you eat yourself like I don't know like 2-year old like oatmeal that's like been unopened and you coming out and you eat that, then there's like that. I like oatmeal, so yeah, that's how I try to associate it. To me, I like oatmeal from time to time. Like sometimes, like I don't want to eat too much strong. Like, like food is very complicated to me. Like there is a lot of stuff. Like I'm not shitting on oatmeal. I'm just worried about the definition of freshness. You know, like that's what I'm worried about. Like I associate anything in its original form as like fresh or light, fresh or lightness, because it depends like what kind of food you eat. So I always have trouble like describing it. Like you know, if you eat raw onion, like I can tell it's fresh, but it's not light because it's so strong. Whereas like if you have oatmeal, it's like it's not too much flavor, but at the same time I do like the texture. The texture is very nice. And I try to think like, because this is just me overrizing everything. Yeah, everyone's taste buds are different. Exactly. Like it's so hard for me to describe food because like there's so many different styles that people like. It's so hard to like put it into one category. Maybe there is there, because you know, food vocabulary gets more intense. And this is just me just watching it from YouTube, like my quote unquote own research. That's how it's like. But I do love, like, to me, like, I have, it's weird. I have moments like whenever I try to figure out new ingredients or recipes to try out, I always, my motif is try the food by its basic natural state. Example, I want to make something nice with oatmeal, but I don't know what oatmeal tastes like. So I try it by itself and I see what I can do add-ons and stuff. Like, I'm more crazy. I like to add more flavors because I'm naturally bored. Like, if I eat oatmeals every day, right? Like, at first I would like it, but maybe after like 2 weeks I would be like, you know what, I don't like it anymore. It's too bland, or the interest just disappeared. My taste bud wants something more exciting. Oh wait, actually I remember. That means, like, you might have a very strong consistent taste bud, because taste buds, the older as it gets, the more naturally it starts to die down. And I don't know if this is associated. I could be wrong. I've heard, like, taste buds, when it's very new and brand new, it's like, I just checked your channel and found out that you play Resident Evil 4. Yes, I do play Resident Evil 4. I've been playing much more horror games lately because I actually really do enjoy it. But I know Resident Evil's not too much of a horror until the later series, but I do want to do it. When are you gonna play it next? I usually play it on Thursdays at around 8 o'clock PST. I do like a 2 combination where I play Metal Gear Solid 2 at 12 o'clock PST and Resident Evil 8 o'clock PST, because it fits more with the nighttime route. And I try to play around like 2 to 4 hours. Maybe if it's very intense, I play it up to like 6 to 8 hours. But yeah, and I appreciate it checking me out. But yeah, like, that's how I find, like, the food. Like, taste buds, if it's too high or too brand new, they have trouble trying out new types of flavors. But it depends, it varies. And sometimes if it's like super, like, not too strong, that's where, like, they are comfortable with more with strong flavors. It always varies. But yeah, and sorry, I know, like, I wasn't able to say this earlier about the how to talk better. Also, yeah, Resident Evil might be horror, but 4 and 8 are action. Exactly. Like, I was trying to get myself bit by bit into the horror scene, so I tried going from, well, also understanding the story, I tried going from the actions, and I'm trying to get myself slightly more used to the horror elements as well as the lore, because I know how much Raccoon City or Umbrella Corp is coming up, so I wanted to at least have myself some good basic understanding of what's going on. But don't get me wrong, I'm still going to play all the Resident Evil series, hopefully, that are on Steam. Because I love Steam. Steam makes everything so easy. But yeah. So, how do I talk much more well? No, I'm not perfect at talking, but I do always have something to talk about. These tend to happen, other than practicing, I just like to think to myself a lot. And I think it might be just a personality trait where I love to think a lot, and also maybe because this is part of, like, my career too, not in YouTube but in medicine. I remember when I was young, I used to have trouble coming up with stuff to say because I had to, like, deal with people in conversations. Sometimes they would like there's the usual standard of, like, you get the people who would, like, try to bully you, try to say, like, oh, what about this, or oh, your mom, and blah 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 blah. There is that factor that did play a contribution, but the other thing that also played a contribution is whenever in science field, you have to, like, explain yourself for everything, your reasoning, why you do it. So the thing I always think about is the who, what, where, when, why, and how, which I don't think about it consistently. I just think about one of those categories. And to speak more fluent and well, I feel like it's just pacing. You think about it and it's not going to be perfect. It takes some time. You just got to have that kind of ingrained to yourself, like who, what, where, when, why, and how whenever you talk about your ideas. I got more experience and I've been doing this so much that now I'm just comfortable how it is. Also, going back, yeah, very highly flavored food induces dopamine surges, which gradually depletes your dopamine. That's why I reserve those kinds of foods only for special occasions. See? There you go. There you go. And then it just correlates there to, like, to other foods too, because you're also saving them as well. I'm not the lucky one. I'm like, Give me that shit. Give me that shit all in one go. I'm like, I'm here to live. God damn it. I'm gonna eat so much flavor food. But that's just me. I mean, now as I'm getting older, even I can tell some of the food I used to enjoy, I'm not as like enjoying it as much as I did young, but I mean, it forces me to get more creative, like figure out some new food, keep getting used to it, get like consistent to it, and eventually like find one. Yeah, being an electrical engineer, I completely agree with you. Communication was one of the major part of my job. Exactly, like in STEM majors, they require you to talk a lot. And here's the thing, and I understand this for everyone, which this is where for those of you who want to go into STEM majors, you this is just my own personal background because I do like medical stuff, and I will say this: the most difficult thing in the medical background is even though we value so much about communication, not everyone is good at it. Like some of them suck, some of them are very introverted, meaning like they don't want to talk. That's how I view introverts. Like they're not bad people, they just don't like they have difficulty or they don't like to talk. Now, when you go into positions like medical, for example, you got to talk to a lot of people unless you are doing research or some position that does not involve you with a lot of people. I mean, because it's jobs. There's so many jobs out there. And I think just for me, like over time, because of how much I practice and, you know, I'm forced to do these presentations, like I had to do crazy shenanigans to get me up to where I am to this point. Like I had to talk to strangers. I did weird door-to-door salesman just for like understanding for volunteering. I've even had to like understand how to like talk to my professor without like I don't know if you guys ever heard this, but in medicine, like you when you ask your doctors questions, you want like a yes or no answer, but you can't because it's mostly that depends. There's a reason for that. And like I'm one of those people who I want an answer, a strict answer being like, what is it, doc? Is it I'm dying? Is it something? And they always say it depends. And I even do that in class. Like it depends. And eventually, like when I asked them more information, they explained to me all these other extra scenarios and steps. Like that's where medicine kind of like is complicated, where you not only have to be smart because like you gotta memorize a lot of these terms, you gotta like understand the critical thinking behind it, etc., but there's also the communication part because you're talking to people, you don't want to insult them, and you don't want to confuse them, and you don't want to do both. And I know how it's like to get both experience, and I've had to deal with customer service too. So I don't want to say like I don't want to like this is why I don't want to say people like how do you talk more efficiently. I don't want to say like it's just practice because there's been a lot of things that happened to me, but that doesn't mean you guys can't reach to that level. It just depends on your own step and what goals you want to achieve. If you want to talk more, take time to think about more conversation starters like the who, what, when, where, and why, and how. Also, our professor once asked us to go into a arts lecture and teach the art major students about electrodynamics because apparently it would increase our confidence. That is actually a really good idea. No, your professor actually was thinking way ahead about that because, oh my gosh, shit, I wish I had that. The only thing I had was I had to teach kids about science, about medicine, and because I was so into like YouTube, I had to think of a way to talk about immortality, but in flies. We haven't made an immortal fly yet, but we're trying to understand how to essentially find the key to immortality. And I had to think of it in the level of like college students to high schoolers. But yeah, it was one of the most memorable days of our life. I mean, I would not disagree with you on that. I feel like it would have been both terrifying, but also interesting too, because the best way to learn something is to do it, like, and to teach others. Because when you teach someone else, it not only gives you confidence, but it also like helps you understand more of how to talk to people. And I still struggle with talking to people too. Like if I'm like I'm not gonna lie, I think one of my most viewed videos in my channel is legit a teaching about Persona games, but like I don't want to be full on teaching because I don't want to be a teacher, but I'm okay with like explaining stuff. It's always a mood thing. But yeah, like teaching is always like an important thing that helps you kind of like grow. I'm not perfect at that because like I'll be frank, like to you guys I might sound very good at speaking and how I talk to people, but let me tell you this, I suck at talking to women or making friends because as YouTube is very great at like recommending to people who are very interested in me or similar to categories. Like you guys talking to me right now, like I might sound like the best expert at talking. But if I go out to the real world and like talk to, I don't know, like my classmates, and I'm like, hey guys, do you know about like my ideas about cooking? They're not gonna be interested. They're just gonna be like, yeah, sorry, sorry, and I'm not interested. Maybe next time, which is their way of saying no. But yeah, it was terrifying in the beginning, but gradually we understood the environment and had fun with the art students. Exactly, and you also made more social connections too. That's the beauty of like teaching too. Sometimes I always wonder if I was like in the wrong major, because like I love the subject. I love the subject of medicine, but at the same time I also like struggle with like I feel like the people there don't really vibe well with like my own personalities. I mean, I do find some, but it's very rare. Because I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like STEM majors at a certain point, and I'm not saying this applies to everyone, but for something that's very, I would assume STEM majors tends to be much more high education involved, because you gotta study more, you got long hours. You also find more like egotistical people, which they're not always great. You try to communicate with them, and they're like, "Ah, I am such a genius! How do you not understand?" And believe me, I've seen that, especially people in high-ranking jobs. Anyway, going back for cooking, Jesus, like, don't worry, I love these talks. I always get like so heated up from them. It makes me remember a lot of stories from the past. But that'll be a next time. That'll be a next time thing. But like, these are like the ingredients I would have in my fridge. Like these kinds of like veggies and all that stuff. Now then, the next one is fruits. Fruits, I eat fruit because I like sweet things, and that's just me, and I want to eat something super fast. But yeah, now that our professor, whose lecture was disturbed by us, hated us for the whole 3. You know what? He may have hated you, but goddamn, he did teach you. That's a good thing though, because like I've seen teachers who hate like my class or me, and they wouldn't teach me jack shit. They would just be like, do whatever. But like but for a teacher who's like, he hated the class but he taught you something, at least like, you know, like he's a good teacher, at least, quote unquote, on the good sense. Because I mean, if he hates you and he says some random shit, okay, that's not really a good teacher. But if he's like if he's like, he hates the class but he knows how to teach and he's actually like good at teaching, then he's like, you know what, he's not a bad teacher. It's like a stat chart. I like to call it a stats chart, where it's like, you know how in like video games you're like, do I want to invest so much in strength, vitality, dexterity, luck, you know, defense, attack? But like his is like a balance. It's like, he doesn't have the highest charisma, but he has the highest intelligence. So he knows how to like explain stuff, you know? It's like that. But what else was there? Oh yeah. So going back to fruits, I tend to me, I like fruits, but I also have fruits because I like sugary stuff and I want to eat something quick. So if I wake up in the morning, I want to eat something like, I don't know, like I want to eat quick because I got things to do, and I don't like eating heavy stuff for breakfast, like eggs, bacon. Those things are super heavy and it hurts my stomach. So I grab myself 2 types of fruits. I sometimes get whatever's on sale, like peaches or watermelon or I used to like bananas, but I think they're too sweet for me. That I used to love super sweet stuff, but I think I ate too much bananas in the past. I got kind of sick of it. But usually my go-to fruits, if there's nothing on sale, is a pear and what was the other one? A pear or oranges. Oh, pear and oranges. I love those because oranges is so nice on my throat. Because what I mean by this is when you eat apples, I eat fast too. Like, I don't find it like super soft. Like, I like juices. Like, I like pulpy stuff. And that's where I get the tangerines. The pears, that's the thing. I know you guys might be asking, but aren't pears hard too, like apples as well, or maybe like peaches or something? I mean, that is true. They can be hard, like the very like I think they're not fully grown, or it depends. But I go for pears because I find the ones that are super super soft. Because when I go to Costco, I like feel and smell the pears. Because there are certain aromas they have, or maybe I'm just gaslighting myself. But I try to find pears that are super soft, and it's just something I like. I kind of like pears. Like, I get like the American pears, and when I was in school, I used to like eat those from my cafeteria because I was like, I'm hungry, I want something, and I would eat a pear and I liked it. And a lot of my classmates just didn't like pears, so I would just ask it for them. So I would eat like, I think one day I ate like 7 pears. I was just that bored. I was like, love pear. But yeah, those are like my 2 fruits. I would get like a pear and an orange. And let's see, my proteins, I'm saving the bread for last because that's the most complicated one. Proteins, I do whatever it's on sale, which I always get myself the chicken thighs from Costco because that is so cheap. And chicken thighs are they taste delicious even though they're fatty. But if you know how to cook them, I mean, between chicken and pork, like, I do that. All right, then, my friend, my GF is calling me. See you tomorrow. Oh yeah, I might stream Persona on that. I forgot to put that up. I might stream up Persona. Yeah, no worries. Till then. But yeah, like, I have myself like a chicken thighs, because those are like very fatty, but it's also like it has flavor. But it, compared to like chicken and pork, like, chicken's a lot more healthier than pork in the terms of like how much fat content they have. I try to avoid too much fat content, but I don't want to have no fat content, because you want to eat food and enjoy it, not like hate life and not enjoy it. If I want to be much more healthy, I would get chicken breasts, but I tend to get or if there's on sale for it, I get the chicken breast. But I buy the chicken thighs because they're, one, not only fat, not only like flavorful, but they are also easy to cook. Because compared to cooking chicken thighs and chicken breasts, if you overcook chicken breasts, it tastes dry and horrible, very stringy and meaty. Like, it took me a while till I now know how to cook very moist chicken breasts. Because you see, people always say, like, you want the juicy chicken, the chicken breast, because it's mostly just muscle and that's it. Like, that's chicken breast. It's mostly muscle. So the flavor, where else do you get flavor? The juices, the water. That's where you want. Whereas chicken thigh, because it has fat in it, that's why it's so delicious, even when you overcooked it. Like, I overcooked my chicken thighs for like 45 minutes to 1 hour. Still tastes good. Like, I still enjoyed it because of that fat. Whereas the chicken breast, oh my god, it tasted like cardboard. It was so rough on me. That's where it is. Fish is also there in the menu too, but fish varies. Like, I kind of like raw fish more versus cooked fish. So sometimes in Costco, when I get the salmon, I find the farm fresh, because if I remember correctly, farm fresh is less likely or don't have like parasites compared to like ocean fish. Don't eat like raw fish from Costco unless it's like maybe farm fresh for salmon, but everything else you have to cook or go to like an actual restaurant or market that tells you this is like sashimi graded. So don't keep my word to it, just be careful. And eggs, I do that. So my protein would be like eggs, chicken thighs, and some sort of fish. I do love beef, but beef is expensive, and I know if unless they're on sale, like you see a ribeye that costs like $20 per each ribeye, that's like a steal. I've seen markets that sell that, like in Costco. That's what I would usually get. Like, I would get chicken, eggs, and sometimes either fish or beef. Those are the rules. Dairy, I get like I think I get like milk Or actually, wait, you know what? I'm just gonna write this. I need to write this list so I can have a whole list. Also, I think I ended up forgetting one more vegetable. Wait, let me see. So chicken, so like breast / thighs, fish, and eggs. Beef for spoiling myself. So this is like my, no shit. So this is like my meat stuff, and I forgot. I did not say this, but I love mushrooms. I really love mushrooms. I always buy myself a button mushrooms from Costco or any sort of mushrooms. I love those because I'm obsessed with umami. I love mushrooms. Mushroom tastes so good. Okay. Now that we got oh shit, yeah, I forgot. Where's my table? Okay. Okay, it was oranges and pears. Okay. Like, this is how much, like, I know my own self. Like, I can straight up, like, just tell you my whole grocery list. I always do this as, like, my main staple. And what else was there? I think my my dairy section I tend to have is some sort of, I do. But, like, let me see. I do like a... Here, what was the other one? And I guess technically I would do this. And what was the last one? Let me think. Okay, there we go. This is what I would get from my dairy section. I don't normally get too much dairy stuff because, like, well, I'm kind of partially lactose intolerant, but this is what I would get. I would get on whatever's on sale or what's my mood. And these would be pepper jack, yogurt, and lactate milk. Because lactate milk is super sweet. It is very sweet, and I don't have stomach issues. Yogurt for sauces, as well as, like, I can make myself like a fruit sauce, so I can control how much sugar I have. Because regular yogurt, it's super sour. Don't get me wrong, it's super sour. But if you put in honey and berries, and maybe oatmeal, it's a very nice, like, easy, like, meal breakfast. And pepper jack. Pepper jack, I like pepper jack. I put it on my eggs. I put it on my sandwiches. I put it on, like, almost everything. That's what I would do. Like, because, like, when you get yourself, like, dairy product stuff, at least to me, I see it as, like, a protein bar. Or either protein or something easy to eat in the morning. The lactate milk, like, that's my breakfast. Like, I eat fruits and milk because it's easy on my stomach. Maybe yogurt too, but I find the lactate milk much more easy because yogurt is more chunky or more thick and batter, so it's always like a trouble just to eat that. Let me see. So I got my fruit, my veggies, my dairy, my meats. Now fats, ooh, that's a tough one. Actually, no, that's not too tough. I don't really try to buy too much sugary stuff unless it's like a special promotion. But mostly all I get is what else was there? So I get this. Do I get any? No, I don't really buy snacks. That's the thing. I don't really. Actually, technically, like, okay. So this is what I would get. My main fat staple is olive oil because, you know, vegetable oil, very easy. I like olive oil because I can eat it both cooked or raw, like for salad toppings or like putting it on top of soup, because I like the taste of olive oils. Canola oil is more for if I'm trying to deep fry something. If I want to deep fry like my crepes, my potato chips, or fries or something, that's where I use canola oil. And my last one, this is my snack food I tend to buy from time to time, is potato chips. I like chips. Like, I like fries. There's a reason why I like fries and chips and why I'm a pork cutlet. I love fried food. So chips is like my staple for like not going overboard. Damn, I could have been a tonkatsu woo, or I could have became a potato chip woo. It's one of those. That could have been my other form, my other final form. But that's what I get for my fats. The last one is the bread. Bread is very interesting because, of course, it always depends on what kind of food I go for. Like, what type of nationality food I'm going for. Am I going for Mexican? Am I going for Middle Eastern? Am I going for American? Am I going for, like, Asian? Like, there's so many different categories. But usually the things I would get from Costco is, what else was there? Bread, like hot dog. Okay, sorry, I'm like remembering a VTuber I was watching, how they would pronounce the hamburger. I would like the hamburger, or the hot dog, the hot dog. Anyway, so I buy rice from an Asian market, or I get it like from somewhere else. But I would get tortillas if I want Mexican food. Like Costco Business Center, that shit has some really good tortillas because these are like restaurant qualities. I would get bread, usually white bread or hamburger / hot dog bread. I used to like the sourdough bread or the rye bread, but I just can't eat it anymore because of how, I think just taste wise it wasn't as good. I find like sourdough is much more towards like if I want to eat like a fancy meal, because that's I'm used to that. I've been like trained for that. Like you go to a steak restaurant, they tend to give you like sourdough, whereas like rye bread is more like kind of tough, and I have to eat. I'm so used to eating it with a Reuben, so it's very situational. But the much more generalized I do is like white bread or hamburger or hot dog. Those are like hamburger or hot dog. Like I can do whatever with that. Like I make chili, I put it in my hamburger or hot dog bread, or if I eat like sausages, like dude, there is so much variety to like mixing those into it. But I try not to eat too much bread since I know how carb heavy bread can be, and of course like this is just me based on exercising. Like nowadays I've just been walks and jogs as I've been recently within the past like month I've been back home, and I haven't done like weight training. Weight training, I understand you would need more proteins for it, so much more protein, much more like energy, all that good stuff, you know, the muscle bros, all that. But for like just regular like food wise and stuff, I just go for like whatever nowadays, like something that's just easy for my diet. Like it makes me feel full and I don't like gain too much weight. That's where like my usual staples just tend to be like, oh, I get myself the let me pull it up. I get myself these usual combos. The usual combos for like my day-to-day life. Oh my god, I sound like those YouTubers where it's like, what do I do at 4 to 5 a.m? I wake up, I put ice on my face, and no. It's more like mornings I tend to eat like milk with like fruits and fruits. Lunchtime I tend to eat maybe like either I guess I tend to eat like, it varies, but I tend to eat like salads and stuff. Salads and proteins. Like I eat just like a couple of veggies, like a carrots or like salads, something easy. Like I just grab it out and then I just like stuff it in my mouth with like chicken. Like I just cook like chicken pretty quick. Chicken or fish, or no, I don't eat eggs that much. I just do that. Like chicken or fish, just fry it. Fry that shit. Put it on a plate. Grab my veggies and I just eat those two together. And my dinner is where I try to do much more. That's where all my effort comes into play, where I make like chicken breast cooked in the oven with a nice like salad dressing on top. And then I would have like, if there is okay for me to eat bread, I would have myself either bread or potatoes or like sweet potato. I don't always buy sweet potatoes, but like because it's so much and it's so carb dense. But like if I have it, I would eat that together with like my chicken breast and salad, something that's not too heavy on carbs. But if it's like my cheat day or something nice, I just do like get myself like a nice bread with butter, garlic sauce, garlic on top of like in the oven with like a chicken breast and like my veggies, and then I just make myself like a little sandwich. I like doing that sandwich, put in cheese and stuff. Oh my god, that's good. Maybe I'm just hungry right now. I'll probably have to make food later. I gotta see if I still have salad, and I gotta finish up my chicken breast. Oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, that's how like my fridge is like. Now, this is my ideal fridge. You know what my fridge is right now is? It's a shit ton of condiments, it's like a bunch of pickled stuff, like pickles to kimchi to like some other. I forgot what the Japanese kimchi, not the Japanese. It's like yellowish. The daikon. It's made with radish. That thing. There's that, and then there's like so many like prepackaged like foods in there, and I'm just like, we gotta finish this. Like, my parents don't finish it. They have so much variety, and it's like there's like 5 to 6 different types of pickle food, and I'm like, come on, let's finish things one at a time, or at least like let's eat one within like per day, as in like Monday we eat like pickles, Tuesday we eat like kimchi, Wednesday we eat like this like yellow stuff, but no, it's like it's all over the place, and I'm just like come on, like we can't have like 6 kimchi or 6 like pickled stuff all in like one day. Like, we gotta eat something else. We gotta have variety. Like, come on, we gotta have variety. It frustrates me. It frustrates me because it's like, it's so salty. Like, I understand if we're working out intensely, you know? Like, we go out, exercise every day, like we do like pure workout. Like, we go hike up mountains and stuff. Like, then by all means, I'll fucking eat all of them. I don't even care what food we're eating because we're working it out. But we don't work out too much. Like, I mean, what I define as too much, as in like more than 1 hour and 30 minutes. Because my goal is I always try to work out between 1 hour and 1 hour 30 minutes, because I feel like that's a good marker for like weight loss. Now, it doesn't have to be like jogging, it doesn't have to be running, it's like walk slash hike, because I find hikes not only like enjoyable visually, but I also find it much more intense in workout, since you're climbing up mountains, you're going uphill, downhill, you're not walking. Like, imagine you walking in a what's a good example? It's like you walk around like a bunch of like video game stores to clothing stores, and you do that for an hour. I don't find that as intense, because like it's mostly standing. You walk around, you look at clothes, and you're like, it's okay, and then you go on to the next one. Like, that's how I see it. Like, I don't see it like anything else like bigger or something. Like, I want there to be like more activity. Like, I find nature much more fun because of how you have like, I don't go when it's super hot. I hate when it's super hot weather. So I try to go like near like evening to like nighttime. And it's so nice. Like, you get to like walk around, see the view, just enjoy life. And you can also walk around to explore. Like, a sense of adventure. Like, I want it to be fun. Not like us standing, like, not fun in the sense like we're just standing and looking at clothes being like, oh, is this gonna wear? Is this fit? Does this design look nice? Like, no, like, we walk around, we explore, being like, oh, look, this tree looks really nice. Let's walk to it and see what it's like underneath the shade. Or, oh my god, like, this view is so beautiful or something, and you just walk around. I like those. I like those. I've been trying to hike more, so that's one of those. Let me see. My god. So yeah, that's been my diet. Okay, oh my god, I got so deep into this. Okay. Anyway, the other 2 topics I wanted to talk about. Next one is about my IRL situation. Now that I'm like getting more and more comfortable with my stream schedule, I'm starting to now, I might try to implement new games into it. Like, I'm starting to, I want to do my Persona. I have missed my Persona game for so long. I love that fucking game. And there's like, I've been playing the Persona app too. Like, I've been playing the Persona 5X, and I didn't finish it, but I'm like, I finished so much content within a span of 1 week, and now I'm like trying to slow down and like give myself some time to, like, as they have in the game, I have to level up. So it's like controlling me from what actions I can do, but it's so fun. It is so fun. I enjoy it. I love the story. I have not spent any money into it. That's how controlled I am. Like, whenever I play a new gacha game, I don't want to spend money, because I want to save money for other games and my other addiction. You know, I gotta like chill on it. And one of those things is that I think, let me see, what is it? I think in 2 weeks, once I get this stuff, I am gonna do a little special stream. This is also not only to like help me get better and used to using a camera, but it's also like another stream idea I wanted to do, which is Pokemon card collection. I'm gonna like set that up. I'm just gonna set that up. I'm gonna set that up. Because I am gonna have, as I said from my last rant, but I finally got it. I'm gonna try to get as many cards as I can and just like have it all set up and just open it on stream because I love cards. I love cards. I haven't opened up these cards. Like the new cards that are coming up are things I have not touched since 14 years ago. I probably said that last time. So that is gonna be my fun moment. I'm hoping to like editing might also be around there too. Editing, I still gotta figure out how to do editing. I know I have the potential. I just gotta edit more and more. I've seen like people do a lot of YouTube shorts and stuff, but like I don't want to be defined as a YouTube shorts because I do like making videos. It's just tough. It's just a struggle just making all that. All this stuff is like going all over my head. But yeah, that is the thing. And let me see what else is one more there. And yeah, I think there's just gonna be like some other games I'm just gonna keep a profile on because eventually there might be like a huge list I might try to start doing. I gotta double check on what time. I think around like Sunday or something I might try to like set myself up for like a, what is it? I might try to set myself up for a late night like stream because I gotta do something early around that time. But once that's done, yeah, I just want to play Persona. I love Persona. I haven't played in a while. I love that game. I really love that game. Okay. I think that was a quick like, yeah, that was generally like my quick little like second thing what my plan is for the future. Now, third thing. Ooh, my current situation. I feel like I've been getting better now. I've been able to like relax a bit more, and I feel like my relaxation period is now reaching to a point where it's like I want to do something. Like I actually do want to do something. I've been thinking of like maybe eventually like I might try to start studying whenever I have like these kinds of talks because I gotta like start studying some random stuff for medicine. And it's not like I'm gonna make it boring. Like I'm still gonna like talk about things. It's just having myself like a designated period where I'm like getting myself back into the groove of, hey, like I'm back from like my break and now I gotta start doing some more works and activity. So let's just get right into it. That is the mentality I'm just having right now. Like I want to be more active, more progressive, more like proactive. There you go, proactive. I don't know why I said progressive. I keep thinking about the commercial channel, but once I get to there, like I feel like for next week I might just turn this to both a chat for myself, but also like a little study because I mean I have fun drawings. I have fun like learning, and who knows, like you can finally see like what's going in the back of my mind as like every time I'm working, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like what the fuck is this? What is all this? Oh my god! What is all this? Like that's how I'm like in my daily life nowadays. Shit. Like I don't know. Like yeah, I generally just don't know. It's always a tough thing. Cause like the more I start to like prepare myself up for the future, there's like more stuff like I have to like start thinking and like organizing, and it's always like a hectic thing because it's like I'm not trying to like I like being a busy person, but at the same time I don't want to like scare myself by being a busy person. Like it's like the level where it's like you got so much things to do and you start kind of like getting worried, being like, oh shit, I gotta like finish this or else like shenanigans gonna happen or I can't do this, yada yada yada. And like I think I'm doing okay now. I think I'm doing okay. I'm just worried like how I'm gonna slowly get myself adapted. But like I mean, I don't really worry about people's views or stuff, like in terms of like YouTube stuff, because I'm just like I just want to do things. I just want to do whatever I want, like have fun with it. I'm not like big. I mean, if people wanted me to be big, sure. Like if it happens, it happens. But at the moment, it's just more like I just want to like get my shenanigans done and just like see where like it puts me towards. Cause like now that I'm like thinking more and more like I'm getting old, I gotta like think more about my future and stuff, like, and make money. Because if I get money, that's where I can hire editors and live. I mean, of course, living is the most important thing for like, you know, like survival, like rent and food and all that stuff. But I mean, like, I can get editors. I can finally like give them the story script I have in mind. But then I have to figure out how to like set up things, being like, oh, like go through Instagram or not Instagram. Actually, maybe Instagram. I don't know. Go through Instagram. Go to Twitter. Go to Fiverr, go to VGen to like find editors, and then yeah, it's a crazy shenanigan. It's a crazy shenanigan. Cause like I do want to like one day have enough income, find like an editor, and like pay them properly. Because I know how important it is, like the work wise is. Cause like editing is tough, and you know like having like a job as an editor too. I don't know how competitive it is, but I think it might be decently competitive. Because like yeah, like how exactly do you, other than social connections, how else do you like bring yourself out there other than like you show yourself? Because I know there's like a ton of like, at least to me, when I see how the editing side looks like, I mean, I feel like I've just been seeing not bad reps. I think it's more for the artist side, because there's the scammers. Like, if you got so many scammers who are like selling themselves as either artists or like editors, I feel like at a point it leaves those people who are truly genuine a bad rep. Like they just want to do honest living work and enjoy the things they want to do. But then there's like people out there who's like taking advantage of that and just being like, ha ha ha, like I'll just give you some low quality render or something, or ha ha ha, like you think I'm just gonna edit for you? Oh no, I just wanted your money, and just bail off. Like, dude, what the fuck? Or even worse. Oh yeah, edit. Yeah, it's fine. I just used ChatGPT and it edited it for you. Yeah, like look, I did it for you. So yeah, cough up the funds. Like what? I mean, I haven't seen that yet, but I feel like that is a possibility for a scamming. Well, we'll see. We will see. Okay, let me see. How much am I doing on time? I think time-wise right now. Okay, what is my main plan? Because I'm trying to think, like, what am I going to do later for today? Because the only thing that's just popping into my head is either, like, it's either I study or I start prepping myself for editing, or both, or start drinking more water. Actually, wait, I might be thirsty. Let me... My god, that is salty food. That is really salty. Okay. Yeah, this is why I can't eat too much salty food. I don't know, fries is... Actually, no. Whenever I order fries, I try to get the less salt. It tastes good. The taste of like oil and potatoes. It tastes so good. But yeah, I think... Ooh, what is going up in my head? I'm like thinking like what to do, since now that I have like these 2 weeks, like what scares me right now is like part of me, like there are some activities I'm planning to do eventually. Wait, let me... Oh, why do I have this? Oh, okay, well I'll just erase this. But like now that like my... Wait, what the... Why aren't you erasing? Oh, no, I can't erase this. Oh, there it is. Okay. And there it is. Okay. Let me pull this one up, and let me pull this one up. Okay. I think around, like, let me see what my schedule is. I think around the... What day was it? Oh, yeah. Oh my god, I forgot. Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't forget it. I didn't realize it was going to be this close. Next week, I'm not going to be here on Friday and Saturday. So, yeah, upcoming, yeah, Friday and Saturday. I won't be here because I have to attend an event. I mean, that would have been funny. Like, I had to attend an event and it's Anime Expo, but I was like, no, Anime Expo is today. I liked Anime Expo. It was fun. But like anyway. So yeah, like I have to attend a friend's event on next week for Friday and Saturday. So I might stream on Thursday, Sunday later, and maybe Tuesday. I'm contemplating Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I might stream on those times. The reason why I'm saying this is because I wasn't able to stream Elden Ring. That was one of the games I haven't finished it properly because there's the DLC, and I know there's a lot of my Elden Ring viewers who, because now I'm at the level where I'm okay with anything because Milena fucked me up, and I already got my bragging rights, which is essentially beat Milena with my setup and go hell's loose. Like, give me the most cheesiest weapon and stuff. So yeah, like you guys can give me the most fucking backseating games in Elden Ring, other than the story. But yeah, like just give me like any ideas like what I can do to like get better, because goddamn, I've heard so many rumors about the upcoming like the DLC. I've heard so much about the DLC just being like a huge pain. It is so painful, it is so annoying, and it's like it is crazy, and that scares me. So that's why like I don't want this to happen. If I have to do well, I'm okay with getting rebirthed. My god, the Elden Ring stream is gonna like internally kill me. Okay, so yeah, I am hoping that I could stream on Tuesday for Elden Ring, or I can do another game. What games do I have? Because Sunday is my Persona. Thursday is always, I mean, for now, I haven't had any changes or issues. Thursday is my Metal Gear and, oh my god, Resident Evil 4. And I guess Friday, before it got interrupted, was like my Elden Ring stream. So I guess I could put Tuesday as my Elden Ring stream too. Unless I'm doing something. That's why. I'm just worried of like if there might be some sort of event I have to attend to. So for now, I think I'll leave my Tuesday alone, but I'll try to change it by Sunday if anything's gonna happen. I just want to keep a little mental note, that little gateway, because I just promised someone something, or not promise, but like my some like event I'm just gonna have to attend to. I just want to keep that open. Yeah. Okay. So it won't be too bad. It won't be too bad. Okay. Yeah. So these two will be off, but I will return. Shoot. I just remembered. Because on the 18 and 19, I think 18, I'm just going to strictly have nothing onto it until like I have my card set up, because that's where the true battle sets. Well, the 19 is going to be my day of like, I have to do a doctor stuff. So it'll be quick though. It'll be quick. So I don't know if it'll be at 12, but I think I might change it to like 1 o'clock, 1 or 2 o'clock, this usual talk. Okay. Yeah, I got that. See, this is how it's like whenever I'm like studying or like I set up things. This is how my mind works. What else? Friday, Saturday. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Tuesday. I once thought about having like this little calendar sheet for myself, but it kind of reached to a point where I was just like, you know what, I'll just do it in my head. Because like, I mean, you can probably tell with how fast I talk. I do a lot of things in my head. Like I talk a lot, I think a lot, and it just became so comfortable to me. Like I use that as like my little schedule. So like 19, 18. These two are like or actually this day, the 18 is like my war day. This is like my war fight. I gotta go around and like, well, not really fight people, but essentially I have to like be front in line with a lot of stuff. I have to wake up early. I gotta wake up early and start getting ready for like a lot of driving and a lot of like praying, because I hate scalpers, and I saw the market price for one of the card packs that I want to get is like, if you buy it, like it's $60, but if you like, it looks like they're trying to sell it for $300. Like what? That's stupid. Like I thought it would be like $100 or $90, $80. I hope it's $80. If it's $80, like sheesh, actually that's not too bad. But still, it's like, God, I gotta. I gotta make one long ass trip, and I gotta start making phone calls too. Like, there's a bunch of business in places. Like, I'm kind of happy. I went to one place where they told me, like, I asked them like, hey, like, I'm sorry, I'm asking about this. I'm not trying to like be a scalper or something. It's just the market is tough and all that. And they're like, yeah, like, no worries, no worries. And they're like saying, like, if you want, you can like ask us if we're like a week before or something, if we still have any in stock. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, I can do that? And they're like, yeah, I mean, I don't see the harm for that. And I was like, thank you. Like, yeah, I don't mind that. I just got worried about it because, like, you know, scammers and all that stuff. How much is there in there? Blah 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 blah. That's why. That's what worried me. That generally worried me. Like, whenever there's like things up on sale, like I get worried. Like, if you try to ask them, like, hey, do you have any more of this product in stock or something? Like I thought it was like seen as an inconvenience, or like they might lie to you. Cause like, think about it. It's like, oh, where's the good stuff? Oh, you got some in the back. Like, can you like bring them over here? I've seen those videos, and sometimes it's true. Like, sometimes it's true. It's like, yeah, like, don't give me this like weird stuff. Like, give me the good stuff. I mean, of course, if you're like a shitty customer, yeah, of course it makes sense. But still, like, that's a tough thing. Okay, let me see what the timing is. 17. So I won't set up the Persona stream just yet. The Persona thing will be probably tomorrow. I'm gonna see what time it's gonna happen, but I know for Persona stream it's probably gonna be like late at night, maybe 6 to 8. Probably 8. I'll probably do 8. 8 has always been like my safe time. I always put it like 8 o'clock just to like protect not protect myself, to make sure, like, account for any sort of like food-wise thing I have to do or something, because I've been eating early, just been doing more random shenanigans. So we got that. Okay, so Sunday will be like a Persona day. I guess I'll start trying to edit. Then I gotta study. Fuck. I hate it. I hate how much I gotta think about this. I'm like conflicted. Studying, editing. Studying, editing. Studying, editing. I'm just conflicted between the two. I'm just conflicted. Okay. Let me think. Okay, don't stress out. I'm just trying to count if I'm missing anything. This is what always scares me. Like, I think like I have something, but not. Hello, and welcome. I am just trying to figure out how my schedule's gonna work, because I am like thinking a lot. Let me see. So I got myself. You know what? Fuck it. Where's my schedule? You know what? I'm gonna do a Google Maps. Give me a schedule. Okay, wait. Google. What was it? Calendar of July 2025 image. There we go. Let me copy this image and then let me just paste this. Hold up a second. Let me do this and paste. Oh shit, this thing is big. Okay, let me shrink this down. Shrink this down. Come on, shrink this down. Okay. So yeah. This is just like a random calendar. I'm just like organizing else my mind, but yeah. Calendar gaming. Exactly. This I hate being an adult. I gotta think so much. I gotta feel like, I gotta start working. I gotta start doing volunteering. I gotta start like prepping up. Like, dude, when you're an adult, like, this shit is crap. I'm like, I don't want to do this, but I gotta start setting it up. Like I know I'm overthinking this, but like, come on, man. When you get older and you have to do more stuff, I mean, the good thing is like I'm getting myself much more stuff to do. Like, I'm not like getting like bored. I realize like when I got nothing to do, I get bored and panicky. But at the same time, if I got so much to do, I also get panicky. Anyway, okay. Here's the deal. Okay, the 18th is my crazy day. This is my card day. Like I have to like wake up at my schedule will probably be like I have to wake up at like 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Why 5 a.m.? Even though there's like some stores that's not gonna open, is because apparently there's like Pokemon convenient vending machines that are like open, that are like in supermarkets. So that's why like I want to wake up at 5 a.m. because like the closest like market that opens is like at 6, and I have to stay up for like until like my main goal is my deadline is 1 p.m. Like I have to do everything in a span till 1 p.m. And I'm worried about how big the line is, and there's gonna be a limit. Like I got one of the info from the store I was at that told me when the card pack is gonna be released, it is most likely gonna be 2 per person, and I'll probably go to a bunch of different stores to grab it. And I'm not reselling these. Like I love these cards because the new set that is coming out for Pokemon cards has so much different types of like they have so much different types of illustration I really like. Also, welcome back. Like, they have a total of 151, but I'm doing it cut in half, so that's like around 76 or 75. That's why I'm collecting so much of these packs, because I love these cards. When I buy cards, I put them in frames, and I have it in my room. Like, I value the cards. This is why I don't like scalpers, because they sell it and make money off of it. And, like, if I'm forced to, like, I can understand why they're doing it. And don't get me wrong, I'm no saint. Like, actually, wait, no. I don't think I've scalped the card. The only thing I've had was, like, I was pulling Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I wanted, but there was cards I didn't need, so I sold it. That's the only time I would do something like that. Like, if I get copies, or if I get the card I already need, that's when I sell them or resell it. And that's, like, the only time, like, I try to make money. But come on, like, if really $300 for a like one fucking dude, they would sell it like 140 or 120. That's still a lot, but come on, 300? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Anyway, so that's like my Friday thing I gotta do. Oh, what else? Saturday I gotta go to I gotta do like my health checkup. Not the doctor's office. I gotta go to why isn't this brush letting me do anything? Come on, brush. Come on. Let me draw. Brush cannot paint. Oh, am I in the wrong layer? Okay, let me do this. Okay, I think this is right one. So here, I have to attend my dentist because my gum is all fucked up because I used to drink a lot of energy drink. Also, welcome to the stream where I'm trying to figure out my schedule because I'm old. my dog died. Jesus, any advice? Okay. If your pet dog died, I'm assuming it's a dog. There's all you can do is just remember the best time with your doggo. Have a proper burial, or unless you like cremation, have a proper space to have your dog's side, and just like enjoy life and enjoy the good times and just relax. Because the reason why is because you popped it out of nowhere. That's why. He was my friend. Usually, like, he was my friend. He was my fried chicken. Okay. Now I'm just confused. Okay, so he was your friend. Is it a dog or is it chicken? Like you see, like this is why like I laughed a bit because I was like I'm talking about my schedule, and then all of a sudden it's like my dog died, and I'm like what? What? But yeah, it's like that. Like it just happens. That's just wait. He was the best piece of fried chicken. Okay. Jesus. Now I don't know. All I'll say is if your dog actually died, I hope things worked out well for you. The only thing you can do is just remember the good times, and hopefully things will work out. Try not to let it be a moment of negative. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel sad, but always remember the good times, and you know, like you did the best you could. I mean, dogs' life expectancy can be from 10 to 15 years, and it's very rare to get to 20 years. So yeah, it's just normal. No, he's my dog. Okay. Wavy Bartholomew, let's give it. Okay, now that's just a mouthful. I'm just calling him Jock. He's Italian. Jesus. Dark. Yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, what do you think of that one Miku song that has gotten popular? The Static? Wait, let me see. There has been a lot of Miku song I've heard. I remember the one where it's like the card one. Let me see. Have I seen? I don't think I've seen this yet, actually. Wait, I can't play it. Wait. Let me turn off the desktop audio. It's just you're just gonna hear me like listen to something. Okay, wait. What the hell? This is like an ARG kind of. Holy shit. This feels like an ARG music. Okay, wait. Let me get back. Because, like, most of the music that I have been listening to, I think one I've listened to recently, and I keep seeing it a lot on, like, YouTube Shorts and, like, some of YouTube videos, is the one where it's like, da 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 da. Wait, where's the title for that? I had it just a while ago, but my feed is filled with the horse, the horse gotcha game. There's so much about the horse, and I'm just like, god damn, I'm contemplating whether to play the game or not, because it actually kind of looks funny. Just like crying out for your horse to do something, but Jesus, but yeah, that chicken was one good friend. Oh, that's just all you can do is remember the good times. That's all I can say. But what is that song? Let me find it. Cause like I've listened to that song. Like sometimes at first it didn't feel catchy, but over time I was like, you know what? It's actually kind of catchy. Like I like it, but oh okay. It's called like it's from Hal Kali, HALCALI with Summer. It's like some Japanese text and Summer. I listened to that recently. I find it so catchy, but it feels so off-putting. Like it feels like something weird is going on. Like it reminded me a bit like the Miku song, the one that was just shown, because it feels like an ARG, but like there's something up. Jesus, I'm not gonna lie, it does feel like it feels creepy, but like I can see it like as a really good like a horror stuff, because it just feels so unsettling. Like it reminds me of those like video games like horror stuff, like the not the pop. It's the I think it was called Amanda Plays. Like it reminds me of that, and it's so interesting. I mean, I like those. Like, don't get me wrong, I like those. Okay. Anyway, going back to my schedule, let me like pop up my schedule and get this all set it up here. So yeah, I got like my dentist. So I gotta attend to my dentist around here. I don't know what time. These two, I have to attend an event. And right now it is Saturday, Friday. Yeah, let me cross this off. Jesus. So I got these 2 days where I gotta attend event. I guess I'll make this a persona night. Persona night. And then usually my usually my Wednesdays, I like to keep this safe because this is like my therapy time. Because I just want to use that as my moment to just like understand what the fuck just happened. So that leaves with Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Oh, and these ones is gonna be like my what was it? My Resident Evil / Metal Gear Solid. But oh wow, okay. But then that means on this Thursday, I might have to end stream a little bit early. Because I gotta sleep early. So I might do it quick. I might do 2 hours. And then I have to like exercise, work out, and just get it like all done. Jesus. Okay. Fuck. That just leaves Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday, I always left it open because that's like my wild card. In case like I ever do something or my job, like I don't want to like get it complicated. Because now I have to start like writing essays and stuff. I hate writing essays. Why do you have to like interview questions and all these essay shenanigans? Why do you want to hire you and all that? Okay, it's fine. Because usually what I've been doing is like every day I try to do like 20 minutes of studying my MCAT. I might try to keep one of these days as a hard study. I think I might do as like Monday is like MCAT. This is the shit. This is the exam like every every medical profession's gotta take the MCAT. It's like the SAT but on steroids. And a lot of science. Okay. But it's normal. You gotta do it. You just gotta do what you gotta do. So I'll do like prep. So maybe this whole week will be prep. And then Tuesday I want to save. Because like once I finish with these two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I do try to do like the weekend something. Do I have anything else to do? But yeah, usually like my Monday and Tuesday is like my open range I try to keep. Sunday as well. Because I don't know. I've had like, you know, I've had like friends, and it's not a bad thing per se, but it does give me like a moment of like panic. Because I'm like, whenever something happens, I kind of wish like I'm like told ahead of a time, at least a week in advance. Because whenever I start up my schedule, as you guys can see, I tend to think like a week in advance. Sometimes I'm forced to think ahead of the time because these are like big things, like my Pokemon addiction hunt, as well as like going to the dentist. Because I gotta think about all these. But then like, I don't know if I have other events I have to attend to. But I usually try to do that. What do you think about ramen? I do like ramen, but I'm more of a udon person. The reason being is because I like to have myself a very light sort of meal. Because when you have ramen, right? Do you finish the soup? That's always the thing that comes into my head. Like, I eat the toppings, I eat the noodles, but it's always the soup that's most difficult for me. If I don't eat anything and I'm starving, the soup is good and I call in extra rice. It's so good eating those two together. But if I want something light, that's where it's like I try to go and grab myself something to like help out in the meantime. Like, I don't want to like get myself like, I don't, what was it? Let me see. Like, I don't want to get myself like too much. Yeah, like I don't want to like, yeah, I don't, whenever like I get food and stuff, like I don't want to like eat too much, since it messes up with my stomach. It generally messes up with my stomach. Like when it's ramen, like that's why I've always tend to have trouble like whenever I eat like food for like ramens and stuff. Let me see. Let me see. Let me try to think. Let me see. I'm trying to like write a shit ton of lists. I'm trying to think of all this shenanigans I'm wearing. So eating's your strong suit, huh? It varies. I do like to eat a lot, but actually, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I like to eat a lot, but I don't want to like eat too much. That's the thing I struggle. Like, I tend to like eat so much more food than usual. Like, I sometimes like forget about like there's the saying, like I eat with my eyes. Like, I see something really good, I order more than I can eat, and sometimes like I force eat to myself, which becomes a problem. It's like that. But it's like, it's getting better. That's why like all these foods, like I do like to eat ramen, but like I have to like actually control like how much I'm eating. Like if I eat too much, or if I know I'm gonna eat too much, then I have to like prepare for it. Or I try to like eat just enough. That's why like, yeah, like if I'm eating like fucking like ramen, I sometimes try to go for like I think it's the shoyu. It's like shoyu ramen. Yeah. What brand is my microwave? I have no idea. I just got the standard microwave. Like, unless you mean like microwavable ramen packs, I tend to go for the I sometimes like the Shin ramen, or I sometimes like the, what was this ramen packs? I do like this is so bad. I do like the top ramen. Like I like the top ramen in the cup because it just tastes so. I don't know why. I like the texture. I like the texture. I know that's like the most cheap thing you can like buy, but for some reason I kind of like it. Those are like the two because like when I say like ramen, I don't cook my ramen all the way. Like I like my ramen super chewy. So like you know how like ramen requires you to like boil for like 3 minutes. I do mine like in 1 minute because I love the texture. I love the texture, but I just can't like I don't know. I can't stand like super like thin stuff. Like I can't stand like super like soft stuff because like if it's so like it's so soggy. I don't like sogginess. And like even if it's 3 minutes or 2 minutes, it still tastes soggy to me. I just want that chewy texture. I think because like I just love eating pasta and I'm not gonna lie. I think when I went to Japan, there was one ramen place called what was that famous ramen place? I think it was the what was it called? It was like it was a chain. It's a chain, but like I know it's like okay. Like when I tried it, like I enjoyed it. I like the texture. But I know there's probably like better like ramen places I can go to eat. But the one like that's like the most famous one that's like super quote unquote trendy was and they I think it was Ichiban ramen. I tried it. I liked it. But like it's okay. So yeah. So if you need to eat, could you beat a velociraptor? I'm fine. Jesus. I think the velociraptor would kick my ass because it's a bird or something. I mean, if I'm using with my fist, probably. Unless like I'm given time to prep, like as they say in Batman. Like, do I got time to prep? You know, if I got like a week, then probably. Ichiran. Yeah, exactly. Okay, thank you. Yeah, like I like Ichiran. The texture of the noodles was so good, but what I struggled with the food was that like I wish I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of wish I ate more different ramen places because I thought it was gonna be so heavy. Because here in the US, like some ramen places you go to, like they don't really make it really good. It's either the noodles are super soggy or the soup is like super extremely heavy. And I understand ramen's a heavy food, and that was like the idea I had. But when I went to Ichiran, like the soup was still heavy, but it didn't feel too heavy, if that makes sense. Like like I can still eat more. And the ramen was super firm, and that was what made it good. Like I like my noodles firm and like flavorful. But in here in the US, it's like unless like I go to specific ones, like I try to do a variety. That's why like I was so hesitant. Like I thought most ramens have this stuff. Yeah, actually, Ichiban might be right. Yeah, no, you got it right. You got it right. It was Ichiran. Ichiban or Ichiran. I don't know, man. It's so hard to pronounce it. It always fucks up with my head. Is it Ichiban, Ichiran, Ichiman, Ichisan? Yeah. But it was good. It was good. I really did like Ichiban. Or Ichiran, or whatever. Ichi something. I'll just call it Ichi. But I did kind of regret not trying more ramen places because I feel like there could have been more. But I was proud about the udon place. I love the udon, especially in Japan. Oh, even though there's so much so much to eat from there, I still loved it. It was so good. It was so good. I miss Japan so much. The food. Every time I'm here and I try Japanese food, I always compare it back and I'm like, man, this food, it sucks. I used to eat this, but this garbage isn't as good as in Japan. Like, I'm not trying to be all like saved and stuff, but goddamn, like I miss it. I miss the food there. But yeah, let me see. Let me see what else in my schedule. Oh my god, before I got lost track with food, yeah, like Monday is like my main goal. I want to try doing something studying or something, but I think Tuesday is like, yeah, if I didn't have any of my events, my Saturday schedule will still come back to normal. This talk, I love this talk. This is my chill talk. I think about a lot of things, random shenanigans that happen. Yeah, that'll be like my Saturday. I still want to have it, but dentist is going to be a little loophole, so I don't know what exactly is the timing, but I'll keep an eye on to it. If worst case scenario, it's going to be like 1 or 2. Tuesday is like kind of like just nothing. I think like if ever like I have a special event, Tuesdays or Monday might be good. I mean Monday I'll just swap it over. One studying, others like whatever, something like that. And Friday I still want to be consistent with the Elden Ring, but seems like Friday is always like a special day because there's always something. And my God, wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh shit! I forgot to mention. I think around let me check. I might have to do a studying stuff. Wait. Oh fuck! How do I forget about this? Let me see. Let me see. And I have to call some people. Okay. Let me see. Where is my stuff? It is. Shit. Okay, wait. Oh, I think they might have made a typo, but okay. Okay. So I forgot to mention on this day here, these 3 days. Also, I'll probably have to study for this too. Jesus. On these 3 days, the 30th to the 1st, oh fuck. Okay. Wait. Oh shit. Okay, I have to remind myself to reschedule. Okay. Okay, actually no, I still have time. It's only on the 5th. Okay. On the 30th, 31st, and 1st, I might be on maybe on the 1st, I might stream, but these 3 days, I don't think I'll be able to stream because I have to attend class, and it's a 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 9-hour class. Oh my God, I forgot about this. It's a 9-hour class, so I won't be able to stream around those time. So yeah, these 3 is gonna be like oh my God, I have to reschedule. Okay, it's a good thing I did the schedule since I have to reschedule my therapist time on the 30th. Okay, I gotta do that. Oh, but I mean like it's only gonna be. Well, I'll probably tell them on the 23rd, but on the 9th, yeah, 9th for sure should be okay. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be on call, but no, I'm gonna be on class, and it's all gonna be online. And we'll have to see how the online system is. Actually, no, I won't have time. Yeah, those 3 I won't be able to stream. But oh my God, okay. At least I'm doing good with this. So I know for sure on the 1st or the 2nd, my main goal is to try to like start doing the online application. Okay, and then I have to call my friend to talk about that too, because we'll be doing this whole thing together, the 3 days. Okay, yeah, so this whole day's good. Sunday will be like my persona. Monday, Tuesday will be kind of like my free or study day, whatever the case. Wednesday's my therapy. Thursday is gonna be it's still gonna be my Resident Evil and my Metal Gear Solid. Friday is going to be my event, as well as my Saturday, unless my friend calls me within this week to do something earlier, which I might schedule on Monday or Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday after a certain time, but yeah. But Thursday, I'm keeping that. Thursday, I'm definitely keeping that. Okay. Saturday, next one, yeah, it's going to be some random shenanigans. So Sunday, oh, no. Sunday or Monday, one of those days. Oh, actually, no. I think I'll still be able to stream on Sunday. But Monday, I gotta do something. Monday, I have to start card searching. I have to start calling in and seeing where the card is going to be located. Start making my spreadsheet. And then Tuesday's going to be okay. Wednesday is my therapy. Thursday is when I gotta finish stream early. But I might try to put some of my stream on Tuesday in exchange for that. So we'll see how this one will work. So I'm putting this as a scribble, as a maybe. Friday is when I won't be streaming until maybe late, if I'm okay, because I'm going to be busy from 5 a.m. all the way to like 2 p.m., 1 p.m., somewhere around there. So that will be like my card battle. Saturday is my dentist, but after I'm done, I'll do my call, and then yeah, Sunday, yeah. I think after that, this whole 20th to like 26th should be okay. So I think I'll be able to adjust myself back into normal schedule until the 30th to 1st, where I have to start. Samsung Smart Fridge stream went. Oh my god, dude! I wish I had the Samsung Smart Fridge. Those things are so nice, but they're so expensive. Like, you can ask it to do stuff for you, being like, "Hey, can you check the weather? Hey, can you check my eyes?" Like, dude, that is so nice. But like my regular fridge right now, it's like I have to like manually clean out my ice and like make sure it's not like stained or dirty. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. See, like nowadays we're at the point where like technology is advancing, and at the same time, it's also like everything's just becoming so expensive. Like like these are like common. I mean, I guess I don't need a very, very nice like fucking looking fridge, but still, it's nice to have, you know? It's so nice to have. I don't know, man. I genuinely don't know. It's gonna be one of those moments. It's just gonna be one of those moments. You're just gonna be looking around and just pray to God shit is gonna be like cheap and stuff. Or like goddamn, like I do want to buy myself like I've seen like YouTubers, the chef YouTubers who have like some of the best like cookwares and stuff, and like it's so nice to have. And I understand there's levels where it's like, you know, this is kind of like a waste of money, you know, like you can just get yourself like a simple fridge, but come on, man, like I want to have a moment where I'm like my fridge being like, okay, Jarvis, open the fridge, and it just opens for me, and I'm like, oh, this is what it feels like to be Tony Stark. This is the power of AI. Like, damn, that shit is so nice, but it's so expensive. It's so expensive, but it's such a flex. You bring over friends over, being like, "Hey guys, you want something to drink?" And they're like, "Yeah, I want some soda." Like, oh, and then like, "But it's okay, I can get it for you." And I'm like, "Wait, okay, Jarvis, open the fridge." And they're like, "Certainly, sir." Duh. Like, put some music to it, and I'm like, "All right, guys, beverages is beverages is open." It's so stupid, but it's so funny. Yes, Jarvis, I'm a little parched. Set up the ice maker. Certainly, sir. Would you like some water with that, sir? Nah, use the tea filter I installed. Certainly, sir. I mean, it'll be a pain to set it up, but once it's done, it's like, oh my god. It's so nice. It is so nice. Hey. Oh, I gotta like drink water now. I still have the salt in my throat. Like, ugh. It's still good, but it's still salty. I just realized I haven't ate for like the past like 14 hours. Wait, when was the last time I ate? I think it was like around 8 p.m. PST yesterday. Yeah, wait. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I haven't eaten for 16 hours. Jesus. You know, I didn't realize this, but like in the hospital, they always like tell you, like, I don't know if you guys ever had these moments where whenever you go to the hospital and they're like, oh, we gotta check up your blood or something, they tell you like, you gotta like not eat within 12 hours because we gotta check your blood level and all that shenanigans. Like, I feel like that, to me, that's like a normal thing that's happening to me. I had one time where like I was like, the woman, when I was getting my blood checked, because you know, when you go into healthcare career, you gotta get your medicals checked and making sure you don't have all these shenanigans. I legit like always like set up my appointment at like 1 or 2 because I would straight up not eat. Like I don't eat around those times because I don't know, like it just doesn't feel right to me. And like I always try to set up my appointment around there because it's like I would have people be like, oh, like you gotta eat something, or no, like in the hospital they'll be like, oh, you can't like eat around this time. I would just be like, okay, yeah, that's easy enough. Just can I at least like have my appointment around like 1 p.m? They're like, sure. And then I just wake up at like, I don't know, like 12. And I'm like showering all my stuff, and I'm like, all right, let's go. And I just go get my blood checked, and I'm like, yeah,
My blood work. I didn't have to do anything. So if it's called pi, is it actually pi or just a number? It depends. Also, damn it, stop it with the scams. See? Yeah, suspicious user, ban invasion, monitoring. Yeah. Damn, there you go. But like, we'll see. So pi, this is just English language, if you think about it. In a lot of English language, there's always things we have the same sounding words, but they mean different. Like, there, or, yeah, there, T-H-E-R-E, there, T-H-E-Y, apostrophe R-E, and then there, T-H-E-I-R. Then you got, like, what else did you get? Like, yeah, you have pi, where it's P-I-E, the food. You got pi, which is P-I, the number. You got, like, even you can have words that sound similar, but they're not the same. Like hi, which is H-I, but then there's pi, hi, and lie, and sigh. My god, English... I know English is not the most complicated language, but there is so many words that just sounds the same that sometimes it just boggles my mind. Like, I have to hear the whole sentence for the context, but like, whenever it's like conversation, or like when people speak so slow, or not slow, they speak in a low voice. Like, see, there you go, like slow, low, like it starts rhyming and all that. But like when people speak in a low voice, like it feels like there's moments of easy misinterpretation because of how much words just sound similar. Like if I just said slow, right? If I didn't hear the S, I would just hear low, slow, like you see? That's why. Like that's where like I tend to like find like English to be like super like not like scary, but like more confusing. This is why I don't like English. Like I like writing. I like coming up with ideas and stories for like books and stuff. But like when it involves like actual like writing and grammar, I hate it because like I know people say like you want to like try to like speak it. You know, like when people talk about like English and stuff, right? Like they would say like whenever you write, you gotta like write as if you're speaking, because and it makes sense. Like you tend to be more grammatically correct when you're speaking because you're used to hearing it and it just sounds natural to you. I mean, that's not always true, but that's what a lot of people do for like English and stuff. The difficult thing is it's just like I find English so complicated, and like in the sense of like there's so many rules that of course like they teach it in class, but sometimes even for me I'm like shit, like even I start getting confused, like what the fuck is going on. Like there you gotta put semicolon, you gotta be like the like she sells seashells by the seashore, or semicolons or colons, and I'm like, I barely use any of this. I just want like a paragraph. I just write myself like, hello there, strange fellow, what is your name, like question mark, like sentence, questions, and like maybe the comma ands. Like I don't know, I still find grammar to be like my weakness. I mean, I do try my best to properly get better at English, which mostly just involves like watching like educational videos. Like game theory is always one of them. I love watching game theory from time to time, and also like just reading. Like I've been trying to read more books, not like actual like novel, which that has been something I've been wanting to look out for, but that's for memes. Like I like to read books for the memes because there's like jokes you can see in books, and I want to like use that as like my little like joke moment. Like what was it called? Like for example, like I've watched so much Family Guy where people would just be like, oh, like this reminds me of the time when like Tom Brady was like the Kickstarter for something, you know, or like when Ryan Reynolds was like trying to invite me over to the bathtub, you know, like I don't know if he's hanging out for me or not. Like those cutaways, like I find these references funny, and sometimes like I want to read books just for the references. Like, I think like one of the references I want to do was like there was a meme about isekai in anime being like, did you know like isekai can be fit into two categories? It's either the Tales of Narnia, or to indicate like the world changes you, or the Tales of Mark Twain's Adventure, which tells you about like how you change the world. And it's kind of funny, it makes sense. And I just want to do that to like I just come up to people being like, I sound so educated, like I read books, because I don't really think a lot of people read books. Or maybe there are, but like when I asked, like I remember when I went on like one of my dates and I asked him like if she reads books, she was, well, this is like a past date in the past. Like I asked her like, oh, do you read books or something? And she's like, yeah, like I do read books. And I try to like ask like the story. I forgot the title, but when I tried reading it, like I was like, oh, it's not too bad, but I don't know, like I don't think she reads too much about it. Cause like I ask her like, oh, do you read like any other books, or do you have a particular series? And she's like, not too much. Or I like fantasy, and I'm like, oh, you read any other fantasy? She's just like, there's only one I'm reading at the moment. So I don't know why. It felt like I don't think she read any other books, but who knows? Who knows? And I felt like nowadays, like, I mean, I'm not saying books are bad. Like, we have more access to books. Like, come on, like, we're at the level in the internet where you just like write down the title of a book and find a PDF, or even just like use a Kindle. I'm not gonna lie, Kindle makes things a lot cheap. But I don't have a Kindle. I just heard about it. I once thought about getting a Kindle, but I think I have to like reach to a certain age where I just like binge read a bunch of books, because the main thing I've just been binge reading has been like manga. But now I'm like starting to turn into like reading light novels, because some of these like mangas I'm reading are so good that I'm like, oh wow, it's actually originally from a light novel, and there's like 400 to 500 chapters already released, and I'm like, you know what, screw it, and it's translated. I start reading it, and I like those. Like, it gives me such fun, interesting ideas. But I think that's just me being super bored and being like, okay, I gotta do something. I think that's where all my habit starts coming out. It's legit, I'm so bored, I need something to do, and I'm gonna do this for like 2 hours. Like that's how it's like. That's how it's fucking like. I gotta like I get worried when I have these moments, because I feel like, is it because like I generally like don't have a hobby? I don't know. Big brain moves right there. Like, see, like it's like legit, I have to be bored to do something. Like, and it's crazy. But it gets me worried too, because it's like I get worried like if I actually have like a personal hobby or not, since what I mean by this is that like going back to like my date, like I've had a talk with her about like, oh, what is like your hobbies or something, right? And like when I try to introduce my hobbies, like I like cooking, I love, well, I can't talk too much about streaming, even though I can go super intense about it, because I'm a VTuber. I don't want to show my IRL identity. There's like certain hobbies where I started to realize like maybe it's because we weren't communicating well, but it just felt like shit, like I can't say anything about it. I too love jumping from micro obsession to micro, oh wait, micro obsession to micro obsession. Oh yeah. Yes. I don't know, is this like a mental problem or something? I don't know. I feel like it's so weird. Like I find it fun. I sometimes find it funny. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna walk like 6 hours in one day, and then next day I'm like reading the whole entire Lord of the Rings series in a one go, like all 3 books in one go. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, and I don't normally read books. Like, I'm at the level where it's like things that I normally don't do, I can do it now. Like, I want to read books. I want to do art. Like, I hate reading books in the past because I could not find interest in it. Now I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna read books. I'm just bored. Mount Everest vlog went, dude. If I go to Mount Everest, I'll probably die, or I'll just be there at the base just eating food. But what else was there? I'm trying to remember. Like some of these like obsessions I'm just having, like I don't know, like it gets me worried too, because like when you, maybe because I'm like thinking this was when I was with my date in the past, where I talked about like my ideas and hobbies, but it reached to a level where it's like we couldn't really talk about it anymore. Like I try to introduce it, being like, "Oh yeah, like I do this," and she's like, "Oh really? Like that's so cool. You do this and this and this." And I was like, "Yeah, like I do this," and then yeah, like oh nice, and then it just stops. Like she didn't ask any more questions about it, and I tried to get to know more of her hobbies. Like I try my best to be more interactive, but it didn't really end up properly well because I asked her more about her hobbies, but she kind of cut it down very quick, being like, "Oh yeah, like I've been doing this, but it's nothing too much. Like I haven't been doing it too much, so there's not too much I know about." And I was like, "Oh okay." And part of me is like, or sometimes, so I try to like talk more about myself because, like even she told me being like, "Oh, I'm not good at talking," and I don't know if that's a lie or I don't know if that's just like she really wasn't good at talking. So I try to like respect her decision, just try to talk more about myself. Like I talked about my hobbies, but it reached to a level where it's like I couldn't talk too in depth with her because I could tell she wasn't too interested or she didn't really have much more to say. So that got me worried. And I think at a certain point, like I used my hobbies as a way to like find any interest that we can connect or click and talk more about, but it didn't really work out well. Albeit now that I'm like past the relationship, like it's done, I realized that's just a signal to me like, hey, there's not really much in common we have. I should just hit on to the next one. Like yeah, that happened, and I was just like, shit, like like I'm not gonna lie, during that whole time in the date, I was like, shit, am I uninteresting? Do I not have enough hobbies? Because I don't fucking know what else to talk about. Because, like, I thought I had a lot of ideas. Like, I'm very open to a lot of new things and try to, like, understand about it. But then it just reached to a point where there was just nothing. Like, I don't even think she had anything she was even passionate about. I think that's where I started to realize in myself, like, if I want to find, like, a girlfriend or something, I want to find her to be passionate in something. So at least, like, I enjoy listening to people who are so passionate about doing something, and at the same time, like, if I'm passionate about something, I want to like talk about my shit. I'm passionate. Like I like doing YouTube. I like legit. I'm making a spreadsheet about Pokemon cards on which location to go to, what time, what place, where exactly, how long, what's my range, what's the best pattern, and other people's connection. Like asking them, hey, can you like also increase my odds? I mean, part of it is fun because I like the journey and the effort to put into it, but part of it is so annoying because I swear if I can't get even a single card pack, I'm gonna be depressed, sad, and be like, fuck this shit, I hate scalpers, I'm gonna cry a little bit in the corner. It's one of those options. It's not one or the other. It's one extreme or the other extreme. You gotta give me something, man. I'm like praying to God, give me some cards! Just any!
You're not uninteresting. You were just uninteresting to her. You just gotta find someone who aligns better.
I appreciate that. Like that was the thing I did not recognize at the time, but now I did. I think because it was like my first date. Like it was like my first proper date. Like going out with someone, I think I went with 4 dates with this person. And the weirdest thing is that like texting this girl, I enjoyed so much because she was more active. But talking in person was like I was talking to a brick wall. Like of course, like they're introverted. Like I can tell she was introverted, so I can understand like why there's like moments where she wasn't able to talk too much. I get that. I took that into consideration. But goddamn, like I talked to her like a total like 3 to 4 times. Like holy shit, like you gotta open up some walls. Like you don't have to be super honest with me, but come on, like I'm not trying to kidnap you. I don't think I've tried to do anything. Like I try so hard. Well, when I mean tried so hard, as in like all I did was I just try to get to know her. I try to understand her, and then I just talk more about myself and just have fun. Like be relaxed with it. Like try being my own shoes. But like I guess that didn't work out. So I'm just like, yeah, shit. Like, well, I guess this is like out of my ballpark field. I mean, they didn't like. Then again, like I did find this during like a dating, like I did use like dating apps for this. So I feel like there was like some moments where I did have to take into consideration with like how dating apps can be. Since a lot of the people, not everyone, at least from the dating apps people profile bandwagon I've been seeing is quite, I'm not gonna lie, I do find them kind of strange. In the sense of like, there's something kind of suspicious. Like, they sound nice by texting and stuff sometimes, but then when you go more into it, it feels like it's like they're putting some sort of mask. Because when I try to talk, at least this is me, when I try to talk, I just try to be consistent. Like, I feel like consistency is key. I don't believe I really changed the whole time, every time I went with my dating scene. Because I remember, like, each time I would talk to this person, the only thing that changed was, like, my own, like, personal, like, shyness. You know, because when you're going on a date, oh, fucking course you're gonna be shy. You're not gonna tell the whole truth to them. Like, you gotta, like, build up some trust to it. And I thought, like, each time I went on a date and we still kept on talking, like, we were consistent in talks. Like, we talked on, like, we carry on talks, but, like, phone calls and stuff. But, like, Jesus, like, fuck. Like, even I don't fucking know, like, what the fuck? A lot of people on this apps just want to get laid, and they'll put on mask to get there. That's what I thought. Like, don't get me wrong. That's what I thought. Like, if it's like, if it's on, like, I think I forgot. I know Tinder. Tinder's a prime example. I think the one I'm using is, like, Hinge. Like, that, like, I think it's like, different calls. Because, like, I feel like in Hinge, it's more like this is just me speculating. I find, like, Hinge as, like, you like someone, but it's more for, like, confidence boost. I did try to talk a decent amount of people, but sometimes it's, like, it's more towards, like, they're very... maybe I'm just not a good conversation starter, but at the same time, as I'm getting older, I'm just, like, I'm not here to impress you. I just want to, like, vibe. And I feel like a lot of times, it's, like, I think maybe this is where I started speculating the date. Like, I felt pressured to, like, make the date more and more extravagant. Like, we go on a dinner date, and then the next day we go to, like, an amusement park, and then the next day we try to go something big. And I'm not saying that's all that applies, and that's why I'm saying I feel like it's just a me thing, because I kind of felt like a bit of, like, that vibe. But I mean, it's just superstition. I won't put it too much big on that, but that's just, like, how I personally felt. Like, I felt like there should have, like, I felt like, or maybe this is actually, I think the main thing, I was like, I just wanted to do more romantic things, and I never, like, ended up, like, I think, like, I never ended up, like, finding that. That might have been why. Yeah, that might have been why. Shit, man. I'm doing much more of, like my own fucking, like, self-understanding. Like, Jesus. Jeez, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. But I mean, to this day, like, I still try to go on, like, well, to me, I try my best to, like, go out, meet people actively, because I like meeting with people. I like talking to people. I once thought about, like, the reason why I still keep using dating apps is more towards, like, it gives me a reason to why, like, both people know, like, you're on a dating app to meet people, to find love and interest, right? But if you're out there in the public and stuff, like, it becomes a lot more difficult. Like, it feels like more of, like, I'm playing chess. I mean, both sides are like chess. One's, like, trying to figure out ways to, like, riz the other person and all that stuff, while the other one's like, hey, like, are we friends, or do you want to be, like, romance issues? And, like, when I mean by friends, not friends to the point where you're taking advantage of me. Like, friends as in, like, hey, man, like, let's go have fun. Like, we can trust each other. And maybe, if we like each other, make it into a romance. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world. I'll just say that. But yeah, I mean, at least in the bright side of things, like, my mental capability is, like, doing well. Because, like, I did get a confidence, though. I did get confidence. I'm at least happy, like, I've been on a date. I know decently the good extremes, what to do and not to do. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just like, I'm like, you know what, it happens, it happens. I just now need to figure out how to, like, talk to people and make more friends outside. Like, Jesus. One of these days. One of these days. Ugh. Okay. Let me see. What else do I have before like my schedule shenanigans? So I got like my Pokemon card all set up. I think I also need to figure out how to like. I think I also need to figure out how to do is what else was there? I think this should be good. This should be good. I'll probably like end it for the stream. Start setting up for work. Studying and actually eat. I am starving. I have not eaten for the past like 15 hours. Why am I not eating? Why the fuck am I not eating? Okay, but yeah. Let me see. What else do I have? My god. I think like I've just been so stuck into like my own like mindset of like the fuck I'm doing. Like now I'm just like shit, man. I don't know. I think like sorry, I'm like trying to think about just like my whole experience. Maybe this is just like this is like the vibe setup I always have. I'm like thinking about everything that's just been going on, trying to like figure out like all this like shenanigans. Like hopefully, I'm just hoping like things just don't end up being super chaotic. That's always why like I overthink all this stuff. I'm like trying to make sure like I find the best possible route, or at least like expect all this like crazy shenanigans to kind of like chill down and not like end up becoming something so crazy. Because goddamn, I've been into a lot of crazy shenanigans. I think I should be okay. Alright. Now then, so this is gonna be like my upcoming schedule that I'm probably gonna have. Like this is an idea of mindset what I have. Sorry if it's all messy. That's just like this is how my mind is like. My mind is very messy. So in exchange my my stuff is also messy. Like Jesus Christ. I've done a lot of shenanigans. Like Jesus. But yeah, so I will see you guys in the next one. I am gonna be back in my little hole, studying more, trying to edit. I need an edit. I need a fucking edit. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna head out. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you really enjoyed watching me, you can follow me. You can like, or what's it? You can follow me, subscribe to me. I try to be consistent. I'm becoming more and more consistent with streaming. But yeah, I hope in the next one, whether you talk, whether you just lurk, do whatever you enjoy, because I always enjoy. Because I'm just here. I just ramble. I ramble. But yeah. Till next time. Peace.